A loon calls across a light loggy lake. A soft breezes through the grass. The first impression of a lucky day is when the sun can steal away a second and bounce off the water. And as you put your sunglasses on, can you imagine something? An ant's odyssey across a leech's log. Mashed trumpeter swans in their ceaseless symphony. Gregory's stingweed chilly laying on the riverside, sucking the last of the dew from a dry mud's toad environment. And that's okay. Nettle-winged tippers with black hair. A cupcake with frosting. A bug monosaur sending off the
I
summer
like the cupcake one.
with lakeside confetti. Hopefully this shit ends soon, thanks to nosy Naple heron. The salt water makes your hair dizzy, but then again, who needs shampoo here? Not the downy docker licking his feathers from any angle to apply a layer of gooey catty weeds jam. Who needs a radial player when songbirds like Lucy chipper away? That same tune floating on the floral wind catches the attention of a flying young flicker. A fledgling without any sense of direction. Who needs maps here in the reeds? Any tree swallow could swallow his pride and tell you the best way around here is up a tree. And as for a tight waterskin canteen, look no further than the ringed-necked duck's technique, sucking up water through capillary muscles to feed to her baby, sitting in a cool mossy pouch hanging around her neck. Yep, everything here's alright. The insects march in the marsh, and the fish lick the lake. Not too much happens down there in the office, but here, every dirty cubicle is bustling with busy workers, and you're glad you got to supervise, if only for a couple hours. So yeah, welcome to episode 2. We're going to be talking about environments and animals and biology.
Guys, welcome back to this episode of the Mavus. This is episode
2,
I think, of the Mavus, and let's just say we did our work on this episode. Honestly, we put a lot of effort into this one, and should I say it? I think this is our best episode yet. Even though there's only 2 episodes so far, I think this is our best episode yet. Even though there's only 2.
Outnumbered by animals. Really the only way we could describe it.
I love that title too. Outnumbered by animals. It's like,
you can almost imagine us being surrounded by animals.
Yeah, it's like,
ready to do whatever they please.
Yeah, it's like, is that just me or are there eyes around the campfire?
That reminds me of camping.
I just feel like they can hear you better than they can hear me.
So, even though we know a lot about history and biology, we actually know about animals too.
Yeah, we do know about animals too. Some of our favorite animals are, we do know a lot about animals. Some of our favorite animals, field mice, certainly.
Aunt Kelly's here.
Aunt Kelly's here, so maybe if we can get her to get upstairs, that is, maybe she could comment on some of these things.
Well, let's get into it.
Right.
Basically, if you just want to rattle off any favorite facts about animals.
Right, so we did put a lot of preparation into this episode. So I guess we're going to start off, kind of give you guys a crash course on what to expect from just what to expect from information about what our favorite animals actually are. And they actually are some of our favorites.
You don't have to know that much.
No.
And you can still tell which ones are our favorite.
You don't have to even, and there's not really any, you guys don't have to know much about animals to listen to this episode.
There's no point, really.
Yeah, this is kind of you're kind of like a parasite to us, where you kind of just take everything and we give you the information. So this episode is kind of just we're going to give you all the information, and even we could see if we can get some guests on this episode.
Dex/Arcane had 2 with blood affinity.
Is he at the hospital or something?
No, he was talking about some video game. But basically, animals were always interesting to me ever since I had a dream when I was a kid that I was getting chased up a tree by a dog.
Yeah. Every time I have that dream, it just wakes me up.
It's one of those dreams where you literally wake up.
Yeah.
Just sweat flying off of you.
You just wake up clawing at your...
You wake up awful.
Fucking just clawing at your sides. Just wake up screaming.
Yeah. Also, I was so young that when I had that, I was still in diapers.
I'm trying to find wake up screaming from a dream sound effects.
Probably just any scream sound effect.
Jam flavor from Smokers. Can you guess what it is?
Apricot?
No, it's cherry.
Okay, well, we can talk about cherry.
What? What does it sound like? I don't know. Whatever. But anyway, back to favorite animal facts.
Well,
I want to do the...
What was that?
What is this? I like the end of that. Listen.
Sounds like a balloon. Oh my god, that sounds like a bullfrog.
Wait. Did you hear that? I think it's saying something. Did you hear it say something? Listen.
Yeah, it's like, don't go there.
I'll kill you.
Don't go there.
Ghost coming. Blood virus.
It almost makes us want to do a haunted episode. Blood chilling. Blood still here.
I'm evil.
Wait, play it again.
I think they deleted it.
Okay, well, before we get to, or let's get into it. You ready? Basically, okay. Animals, well, this is kind of the hierarchy. Animals are part of an ecosystem. The ecosystem's part of the world. We already did the history of the world, of the universe.
So we're taking a zoom lens.
Yeah, it's like...
kind of blowing it up and zooming in on it with our zoom lens.
We're zooming in on just a part of history. Because whether you know it or like it, the animals have always been there ever since the beginning of history.
They were a part of history.
And
I would go so far as to say they were a part of history.
Yeah.
They weren't kings.
No.
Not kings.
They weren't part of English history, I would say.
You wouldn't say that? Where were dinosaurs?
They were in Mongolia mostly.
Huh. Yeah,
and they were in Asian.
If you look up like art of dinosaurs, if you spend as much time, even a fraction of the amount of time that I've spent looking at artistic interpretations of dinosaurs, you'll notice that they're usually not in the mountains.
No. Okay, then let's break down animals.
If you're more into Yeti art.
Let's break down
animals.
See a
lot of them in the mountains. Fishes
never evolved to stand, so they're still in the water for all time.
Right.
The birds.
That's gross, man.
Birds own the air. Dogs and bears and cats and canine and feline and bugs own the land.
Right. Yeah.
So, how the ecosystem works is that things can be... Things can go bad quick.
Do you have a pencil?
Yeah. Why?
I need to take some notes.
Okay, let me get a pencil.
All right.
Can you talk about um
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Yeah. Okay, thank you. So what I wanted to do is I felt like it would be good, and I do think we should have this on record, so I had to get my notebook out. You're being extremely nosy right now.
I thought
Does
this
it
was
look like
mine.
Wilder?
I thought this was mine, so I didn't know.
Whether or not it looks like Wilder?
No, yeah.
Hey everybody. So I thought it would be good, for one, it's not recording.
No, it is.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Is it? It's not recording. It's recording. I thought it'd be good, kind of, to start with,
Okay, truths of animals kingdom.
right,
What
but,
can we say is exactly true universally? You
well,
ready?
that kind of plays into what I was going to say, is it's just kind of dividing them into groups. Because there's food groups, and there's geographical groups.
Predators and prey.
Okay, well, we'll make a graph, and we do have an editor.
We'll include this in the
Mateus.
Discord. Mateus?
Yeah, I was.
He's our editor.
We did hire an editor.
Should we say we're
paying him?
He's at 4707 New Hampshire Road or something. I think. If you have to send him any mail.
It's not New Hampshire Road. It's like Monument Avenue in New Hampshire.
Oh, that's what I meant. But it's Monument Avenue Road or something.
Yes.
So, and
I
that's
think
where
he's
we get
apartment
fan
2.
mail.
Yeah, we send our fan mail to him. He kind of screens it for him because we do have anthrax concerns.
Yeah, but we're gonna do an Ask Mavis eventually where we open a lot of the questions, and also on the r/Mavis subreddit where we answer your guys' questions in
Which
AMA.
we've been seeing kind of a down tick.
But Mateus has been seeing somebody, right?
Like a shrink?
No, he's been seeing
somebody after our unhinged asses send him these episodes where we just... And so I've kind of got it... So we have predators and prey.
Okay.
And then...
Hold on. So, predators is... Predators are species.
No,
Species?
These are all species. That's why I have species written here. This is going to be but we're going to divide them. We're going to categorize them into predators. Right here. Predators and prey.
Okay.
Do you have bifocal disease or something?
I don't see that good.
So lists, really, is what it's going to come down to. So let's list, there's species within these, or no, this is not species, I guess. This is more of subcultures of animals. So this is where we start.
Okay, there's bipedal. You
Okay.
have the kangaroo.
And is that predators or prey?
That is predator because its eyes are on the front of its head.
That's not what that means. Bipedal is one that has 2 legs and it can be easily knocked over.
I know that. I'm saying no, and they actually can't because they're marmopods and they have tails that stand them up. Have you ever seen them fight? Their tails help them stand up, and they bounce. So even if you knock them over, they would bounce.
Bipedals?
Okay, bipedals.
Okay.
So well, it says bipedal. A bear can stand on its hand legs to reach new growth.
So like growth type animals?
Okay, growers. What is there? Blobs, like amoeba, and like mold slime. They are blobs.
Like peppercorn molds?
Yes, and so
peppercorn molds would be under prey because we eat them.
Yeah, but you don't eat amoeba. And they
You
move
do.
around
No, you
the.
do. Because
How do you
amoeba.
eat amoeba?
Do you not understand? It's just an atom. Amoebas are just atoms.
So you accidentally eat them?
Yes, it's like.
What if you bite one the perfect way and it splits an amoeba, causing a nuclear reaction?
A nuclear ocean? A nuclear battle chore?
What?
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, so more subtypes of species of
Amoeba
animals.
come from
So there are
roll.
avian animals,
No, wait, hold
simian
on.
animals, and bovine animals.
Yeah, so write those all down. What are animals that with functioning pseudopods? Amoeba, amoeba, mold slimes, peppercorn mold.
What is a pseudopod?
It's like when you can make shoot a sticky membrane out like an arm.
Oh, like gugons.
Yeah. Oh, gugons.
No, gugons.
Yeah, but gugons can
Um,
do that. They move by rolling, just by pushing themselves.
that's a bully poly.
Okay, roll. No, those roll up, and so do armadillos
Bro.
and other things.
Hang on. Just hang on.
So what's your in my head I'm imagining this is like a family tree, so what's it look like? It looks like that, right?
I'm kind of confused by what I'm doing right now.
You have rollers, bovines, avian, fishing, mammals,
No, I was
fishing
doing.
channels. There's
I was.
where
Hang on. Just
oh
stop talking.
bipedal
Just stop talking. I was just gonna do
predators, sprayers.
like spray type predators. I
Yeah.
was gonna. So what kind of? So for example, what kind of animals are avian?
White Tim, nippy.
A whited nippy?
Sorry, what did you say?
Like an avian animal. What's a good?
Oh,
avian?
okay. Let's start with the avians.
Yeah. So what's an avian animal?
The mouse cat.
Mouse cat. House mat.
Yeah, I guess so. Wait, what did you say? The white tinted winter wreath. What? Songbirds. Robin. Thrush.
Robin.
Cardinal. Crane. Woodpecker. Starling. Grackle.
Okay, that's enough.
Jay.
Shut the fuck up.
Nuthatch. You got at least those, right? Mallard, ducks. Widgeon.
I'm still on songbirds.
Waxwing.
Okay,
Warbler.
so what's an example of simian animals?
A chimp?
A champ. Okay. What else?
No, a chimp.
What else?
A red ruffed lemur.
Oh, what?
Okay, wait, no. Before we do that, can we?
rock lemur.
Oh, red lobster.
That's
Can we start with the what is it? The 5 great apes. What are
No,
they?
listen. We're starting to start with animal classes.
Let's not get too much into jungles again. I think
No,
we basically covered almost everything in the last episode.
I want to cover the whole jungle
With banana leaves.
with goo.
Oh yeah, goo. Amoeba, pink
for
wop,
avian, we've got songbirds, cranes, nuthatches.
pink wops. Or what'd you say?
What did you say? Inkwops?
Pink. Wait, what?
I think inkwops are bovine.
Okay. Oh, 'cause you get milk from a cow, you get chocolate milk from a brown cow, and you get ink from a black cow. And also a colossal great squid.
A colossal squid.
What do you get from a curly-haired cow?
Curly fries?
Yes. It's like Arby's. We have the meats.
Okay, so bovine we have inkwops.
Okay. Stink pods. They carry stink pods, and warblers can suck up venom with their teasers or something. Wait,
So-
what?
Stink pops Iglops. And cows.
Ice stinks.
What? What else is?
Ice mink.
What else is bovine?
That means it eats grass.
Oh, that's a whole list.
Great horned goats.
Okay, I'll put goats. And then one more for simians, and then I'll read these off to you.
Okay, one more for. Oh wait, this is forming a great triangle, right?
Sort of sorts.
A king.
King?
King of the land.
I guess I'll just put like.
Blue arrow.
Blue or what?
Blue earl. A blue earl.
A blue earl?
A king blue earl.
A blue earl.
No earl.
A blue earl. Okay, so we have under avian, songbirds, mouse rays.
An under avian. Oh, underwing thatchers.
Avian under thatchers or something. Songbirds, mouse rays, crayons, nuthatches. Under simians we have champs, rock lemurs, blue orals, and under bovine we have. I can't read this right. Stink pops, inkwops, and gotas.
Okay. Okay. Now we need amphibians and lizards.
Inkwops.
Okay, I don't know. It's not that funny, but okay, that's something that you would laugh at in third grade, like when you find out
theory.
about it. We need amphibians and red bleeding lizards.
Oh, amphibians or predators.
And scaled marmopards and sand trout.
What?
Sand trout?
That's prey.
Yeah, that's prey.
Oh, what? One.
Woody loincloths? Or themed ranchers?
Dagger fish.
Yeah, they have a wiping technism.
Oh, hashers.
Brown hashers, green hashers, yellow hashers. I think that's all. Red rosy rippers.
Hang on.
Water kyles. Water styles, thumpeter wands, and mashed thumpeter wands. Water.
Oh, don't even go on about thumper ones.
Crap.
What? Craps?
Crappies. That's a fish. Cardinal.
Carsonites.
Carsonites. Sicilians. Romanian.
So for predators, we have bipedals, growers, amphibians, and carsonites. And for prey, we have peppercorn molds, sand trout, and hashers,
That's all we have.
and mautavs.
Okay.
Mautavs. I don't know how you say this.
Then there's
What else is there for prey type animals?
pop weasel. Pop goes the weasel.
Jimps?
What?
Jimps?
What's that?
Like jimps, like monkeys?
Oh. Chimps? Didn't we already have that? Okay, reflected marble backs.
Marvel taps? And crab apples?
Don't you feel like there's a fog coming in?
No.
Can we explain where we are right now?
Oh yeah.
The Mavus is perched over a foggy Misty Lake.
And our hair is blowing behind our ears and we keep having to move it out.
Yeah, we do have the roof of the Mavis down right now.
Yeah. The Mavis we landed it on an alien planet hoping to find new alien guests for our episode. But most of them were nothing but a drop in the pot. So, wait.
Gastrointestinals,
So what was
buddies.
the first animal though? Because I'm trying to make a tree.
Okay, the first animal. We're not doing a history one, mind you, but we want a snapshot of animals real quick.
Snapchat.
The Snapchat ghost was inspired by the celestial water crane, which was like one of the first animals to come on land.
The Crayola box.
That is crayons.
Yeah, the Vizio ape.
Yeah, that was one of the first ones.
But what was the first?
Okay, there was 5 great animals. You ready? One representing the avians. The celestial water crane.
Hang on a second.
The 5 greats. And everything came from them through crossbreeding.
Hang on a second.
One of them inspired Dobby. And I guess that would have to be.
We all know which one that was, buddy.
Well, I don't really.
We already know.
That would have to be the ape one. I don't really see it being anything else.
So, hang on. So, what? So, the celestial water crane inspired what? It branched off into 2. The celestial water crane was one of the first 2, and then there was another one. What was the next one?
It would have to be the smartest animal. So, probably a raven and a parrot.
So, like a jackrace?
What?
Like a jackrace?
I'm not familiar.
I think it was the jackrace.
Okay. Well, but go back up to the 5 greats, because the other ones are...
Hang on.
There was one that inspired hooves, because how else would... And I think we both know that's just a mountain goat, has been the same way throughout all history.
Yeah, so these inspired... So the jackrace and the celestial water crane inspired which animal?
The crow or the raven, it would have to be.
Yes, it was the crow.
Oh, it was king crow, because it was really old.
King crow.
And it was like bigger than a swamp.
And so the king crow, and what came out of... There were 3 children of the celestial water crane and the jackrace.
Okay, it was king crow, kingfisher, and then...
Kingfisher wasn't one of them.
That came later? Oh, that was in like the 1820s that the first kingfisher was born.
Yeah.
So probably is a seal descended from any of that?
No, I think that was decided from further.
Oh, probably the Jupiter thatch.
Okay. I agree, for the record. There was a third one. Can you guess what it was? Because I actually have it written already.
Well, can I get... Just give me like 3 guesses, okay?
Okay.
A speckled swan?
No.
A rose swan?
No.
Is it a swan?
No.
Is it oh wait, not a swan. Or not? Okay.
You got one guess.
Was it the weather vane rooster?
No, that came from the king crow.
Wait, from what? What is this coming from?
It's one of the 3 children.
Oh, apple catcher or something?
Nope. Pluto mask. The Pluto mask.
The bluebird. Oh, that became exotic birds.
No, that king crow became exotic birds.
Okay.
So from the king crow came the kingfisher and the weather vane crow.
Weather vane rooster. And that's where chickens come from.
The weather vane crowster.
Crower. Or, I don't know.
So that's a grower.
Yeah, that's one of the predator birds.
So that's just made
Where
up.
do fruit? Oh, bats come from. What are the three children again?
The Jupiter thatch, the king crow, and the Pluto mask?
So the bats come from a Pluto mask
Yes.
because it's furred, and it they went into caves right away.
Third, yeah.
Yeah. And then
So furds are like birds. Or it's just called birds. There's nothing called furds.
let's look it up. We're
So the
actually putting
Jupiter-
together the first comprehensive list of this, by the way. There's one that we saw. Wait, hold on. There's one that we saw when we visited Richmond in a museum, but this one is like, it's kind of like they have to update it, you know?
Yeah.
And we're actually have been doing a lot of research on like theology and stuff lately, so anyway, Furds, Furds,
Furds.
Furds, Furds.
So what do you say?
Wait, it's looking like birds.
I don't think it's furds. I think it is birds. I got that wrong earlier too.
Okay. So, then what are the, can we make, from the other ones?
Bradles.
Uh-huh. Okay, so what are we doing next? Because that's pretty much it.
Well, I was filling out the Jupiter thatch's 5 descendants. We have packbats, basts, bradles,
And bads.
bads,
And mad bads.
and mud bats. Okay. Or mad bads.
Yeah.
And bed bugs.
Mm-hmm. Okay, then what are the other
and
five?
Kelly are staying up late as fuck tonight, dude.
Yeah.
And I was trying to slide out the front door and smoke weed on the front door.
Yeah, they are,
They're up.
they're gossipy.
Do you have a sharper pencil?
No.
Boy.
Sorry.
So, from the Jackraith. Are there any? What was the Jackraith's mating partner?
I believe basically the same as a modern cardinal.
Modern cardinal. Okay. And can we get the gender of the Jackraith?
A woman.
Okay. I love that about that.
Because cardinals is all boys.
And then the gender of the celestial water crane. It's pretty obvious, but 1, 2,
boy.
3. Okay. I thought it was a woman. And the gender of the king crow.
Boy.
Okay. And what were the 3 habitats of the celestial water crane, I guess?
Swamp.
Swans,
Marsh.
Mars,
And forest.
forts. Okay. Swans, Mars, and forts. Okay. And what is there any relation between chickens and bats?
They both belong in zoos.
Are there any animals that deserve to be food?
Yeah. Okay, what animals deserve... I would say...
Food.
What animals deserve to be food? Dogs...
Dog.
No, wait, no.
It's
To
fine, I already
dog
did it.
chefs, dogs deserve to be food. What
Chef.
about... okay, chefs deserve to be food. What about tarantulas would deserve to be food? And chickens is already food. And ants could be food. And
Okay.
whales don't. Fish deserve to be food. And honeybees make food.
Okay.
And Powerade.
Okay.
And cows. You can milk cows. Can I see your list?
Yeah. It's kind of a diagram more than a list.
Holy shit. Alright, we're gonna put this in the... We're gonna send this to Mateus, definitely.
Well, it's not done.
It basically is. So, now should we get into...
Do any of these animals have a heart? Nah.
Nah.
Nope.
There's cranberries.
Cranberry swans. Oh, that was actually fucking rude. I don't even know what came over you.
My bad. So, now let's listen to what we think about what environments could have happened or
Well, do we first want to...
place.
Do you think we should answer some questions from readers first? That would kind of help.
Yeah, let's answer some. Try to spend as much time as you can on a single question so we can fully answer it. So, you got a question you want to answer?
I thought you had some questions you had found from readers that had...
Oh, yeah, I have
Or
some.
from some Mavus subscribers.
Alright. Let me just put some.
I'm sorry, what?
Alright. So these are questions about environments, animals, food chain, and biology. Alright, you ready?
What?
So this is the first question. I have grave... Oh, this is... Sorry. This is from...
What the hell is happening?
Sorry, what is that?
I don't know.
What is that?
Sounds kind of neat though, huh? It's like... I don't know. It was something
Alright, this
curious at me.
This is the first question. Is it was sent directly to us, but it was on r/speculative evolution. So it's from user Android _
I
MK.
think it's Andrew.
I have gravely misinterpreted what a Sicilian's mouth looks like. I thought they had a tiny mouth like a worm snake.
Huh.
So what could have led to this misinterpretation?
I think it was on us. I'm gonna be honest, I think this one was on us.
Wait, they thought it looked like a tiny worm snake?
Holy shit, this tastes exactly like a yellow gusher.
Can I see what it tastes like?
Go ahead. You're not sick?
No.
I see you. You had
Wow, that's amazing.
You
This
had
is
some?
one of my favorite flavor.
Isn't that
So, Android MK thought that it looked like a tiny worm snake.
good? A gypsy.
Can we... What?
A jam snake.
Can we say what it actually looks like just from this description? So it looks like either a giant thumb is holding it, or it's so tiny that it's compared to a thumb.
Yeah.
Which is a good comparison. And also it has literally a syringe going through its bottom lip.
What the fuck is that picture of?
It's a Sicilian, so it's a little...
You ever notice the ones
legless
of our
amphibian.
raiders are fucking perverts?
Yeah, and it's a little legless amphibian, and its face is pointing right at the camera. It doesn't have eyes, I don't think, but it has these little teeth and a really wet mouth that is just like huge like ropes of drool, like strings of drool.
Who's
like connecting
who's
the
our
roof.
reader who was posting this question?
Android MK.
So
It was
Android
sent to
MK,
us.
we hope that helps you with what you're looking for. We hope we can shine some light on it. And
Well, he's asking.
from Dope Boy,
Wait, hold on. We
who's
haven't answered
responding to
this.
Force
He's
Plus,
asking why he
says,
misinterpreted what a
Press-
Sicilian's mouth looks like. A Sicilian. Or he says, or it's actually just a statement. I have gravely misinterpreted what a Sicilian's mouth looks like. I thought they had a tiny mouth like a worm snake.
hey, you know what I'm gonna say to him?
What?
You know what I'm gonna say to him?
What?
Lay off the perks. You on that
Yeah,
graveyard?
what are the...
You're on that graveyard shift, taking too many drugs, buddy. Because most everything we say about a Sicilian is painfully
It's so
accurate.
funny that he literally got tired of jerking off and just started looking at pictures of Sicilians.
Yeah, what's his name? Gravedigger? What's his name?
I don't know where you got that. It's Android_MK.
Yeah, it's like Android underscales first. Yeah. Android underscales. Did you get bored for a...
He got bored, I think. My take...
Android under K only just now finally got bored of jerking off for just a second to look up why he understated what a Skinner was.
Okay, well, I don't really know what you said, but this is from... This is also sent to us from the Speculative Evolution subreddit, and it's by user Wamgees.
Wamgees?
So I'll explain the photo. It's not needed, but they did put a watermark on it. But it's a
giraffe.
It's literally just a giraffe eating from a tree in the Sahara. And the question is, do you believe in evolution or God made everything just the way it is?
So do you believe that evolution and God made everything just the way it is?
Do you believe in evolution or God made everything just the way it is?
Well, for one, Andrew, we'd like to clarify the second thing you said is a statement. And
Yeah.
statements have no place in question. So for one, we'd like to clarify.
Wait, it's almost like
we
he's
love
saying...
you, but it's like you need to clarify that statement, God made everything. That's called creationism.
It's almost like he's saying, do you believe in evolution? Or, in other words, God made everything just the way it is.
Oh, so he answered his own question.
No, he's saying these two things are the same statement.
Yeah.
God made everything just the way it is. And do you believe in evolution?
Yeah.
It's like you have to accept one of them to be true. So
you want them to be true, even.
I don't really even understand what he's asking, or just a horrible question. So
that's why I was saying we've got Force Plus, or Dope Boy, says, so I've been using breathing techniques such as connected to purify my... So I have been using breathing techniques such as conscious connected to purify my soul from the negative entities with positive results, albeit rather slowly. I was just curious if anybody else has experienced in this, and would please share any advice in regard to for performing the exorcism with success.
Wait, okay, which one do you want?
Well, the one I bought.
So wait, what is he saying? He said...
you can just move on to the next one.
Well, wait, hold on. Can I read something from
Yuko?
From this question about evolution and God?
Yes.
Spike Jones says there's actual evidence of evolution. A lot of evidence.
No, there's not.
Overwhelming evidence from many different fields of science.
Maybe it's overwhelming.
Yeah, which is why I hate people who say evolution is just a theory.
Right.
What do you mean? Charles Darwin was a commie. With like 1,000 E's. So.
It's like, count the E's.
Yeah. With ease.
What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor?
What do you do with a drunken sailor on his way to home? Well, do you believe in evolution?
What?
Do you believe in evolution?
Yes!
What do you believe in? What do you believe in evolution? What do you believe in evolution?
Early in the morning.
Charles Darwin was a carry. It's like,
So I hope that answers your question.
okay, do you have a question? Wait, sorry.
It says used salamander.
Wait, go back to the breathing type. What were they talking about? An exorcism?
Can't recall what year, but I believe around 2020 I started going through what most would identify as psychosis due to my usage of meth the previous 6 to 7 years.
Should we do math?
I don't like meth very much. I stopped the meth use shortly after the
Oh
psychosis.
shoot, just spilled all over my ankle.
Oh my god.
Sorry. You keep reading that, I'll listen, but...
And after the psychosis, symptoms started, but only got worse over the next year and a half. When I say worse, I'm talking about paranormal activity occurring daily, every part of... by being physically assaulted every day, non-stop. Oh my god.
Sorry, what?
This is... So this one says... This is the next one. We're skipping Dope Boy's question. We'll have our mod team addressing that in a private email conversation with him. And hopefully we'll be able to get him into some sort of mayhem.
Right.
We have to.
We have to.
We love him. We love him. We love him.
Wait, keep it going. We love him. 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 Alright, that was cool actually. That was cool.
Alright. High five. Thank you. So this next question, we're just gonna skip the last one because kind of weird.
We love him.
Yeah, he's a meth addict. Bricks needed. So this is in one of our building forums for building bricks. This is used salamander. So used salamander 830 says, "Hi, I'm in Krugersdorp. Would like a quote for face bricks. Can someone quote? Hi, I'm in Krugersdorp. Would like a quote for face bricks. Can someone quite me what is needed? Thanks." How would we respond?
Face bricks. Okay, I think he's trying to say
bricks.
Facebook.
Facebook? Why don't they have a streaming service?
I think Meta does.
I met a lady the other day. So we don't have any answer to that question.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
I guess we'll just do the next.
Wait, I'm sorry, how did that question even get sent to us? Doesn't seem like it's about ecosystems at all.
It didn't get sent to us.
Or animals.
This was, you were talking about prey. You said in prey, I didn't actually, hang on, I didn't write it down. You said goo type animals, correct? 600. That just looks like I wrote 600. I'll just write 600,000 instead of the word goo. But anyway, so for goo type of animals, so this is on our dgoo forum. And it just says, yesterday I got mail from dgoobot threatening to close my account because he had found at least Kali Linux 2021, Android x86 64 9.0 R2 ISO. It didn't mention more, but I guess Acronis boot ISOs and other ISOs will have been on the list as well. Both files are publicly available. ISOs were found in trash, which means dgoobot even scans trash. I won the legal appeal because I own all the files and have the legal right to a private backup copy. Digu won't cancel my account. Encrypt every single byte you upload, including file names. And if you clean your account of clear text data by deleting stuff, make sure to empty the degooted files afterwards. Degu didn't do it after my 30th birthday. They tell and Degu bot apparently scans trash.
So they won the legal appeal. They're fine.
So that's part of... This is the part of the episode
you can't
that
beat nature. Nature always wins.
Nature always wins. Is that animals... It comes with the territory, y'all. If you're making a podcast episode about animals, you have to talk about animal safety. You just have to.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make me tap the sign. You have to talk about it. You can't. So I'll even, honestly, for y'all's sake, because we love you, but you Mavis listeners are some crazy motherfuckers.
Yeah, really some of the stupidest people of all time. Which is why we're just trying to make this...
And that's...
Podcasting is such a beautiful art form, too.
Yeah.
To bring knowledge to you, too.
So we do want to go into animal safety a little bit. So what is... You're just looking at ads?
No, man. Play. Animal safety.
So what is something that we can touch on for animal safety?
Diapers?
Diapers? What is that? Is it an acronym?
No, animals wear diapers. Okay, It's an acronym.
So, destroy, impede, persuade, extinction, resist,
No, it's like...
suicide.
Don't idolize...
Don't idolize them. That's
puny, evil, racist senators.
Animals. Don't idolize evil, racist animals.
Mm-hmm.
Don't...
What's the most racist animal?
A booty hole. I shouldn't try comedy on these episodes, should I?
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of more about science, but... Alright, let me see.
What about, fangdoing? Fangdoing. Make sure their fangs are dull. So if you have an animal who's being aggressive, make sure you're dulling their fangs on a daily basis by having them eat lots of sand.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, let me search.
So, fang dulling, feed them sand.
It's difficult to definitively say there's a single most hated eaten animal, or it varies across depending on cultural affections,
People don't like
personal dexterities, and the special animal is in question. However, some animals are widely known for causing annoyance or destroying the frequently cited what? Most animals are depicted as most hated. Rats. I was trying to search hateful.
Most hateful animals?
Yeah.
Most violent animals?
What is the most... dogs.
Yeah, people don't...
So dogs are the most racist.
Racist animals? Kelly said her dog was racist earlier tonight.
Really?
I'm not lying.
What'd she say? Why did she say that? What's that mean?
Because she has black neighbors and her dog won't play with their dog.
That's not racist. The dog is not the...
It's not racist, the dog is racist. She's
no,
not
the
racist.
dog, it won't play with the dog. It'll play with the neighbor, maybe. She hasn't even tried that. But it won't play with the neighbor's dog.
A breeding problem. Like her dog wouldn't stop breeding.
Alright,
So
no.
number 4, stop breeding.
Oh yeah, don't breed too much, and Don't overwater.
Yeah, it's hard to resist breeding them too much too, because it can be fun.
Animal breeders should be shut down, I guess.
Just shoot an animal if it's
Cows?
touching you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, keep them off of you. You have harmful oils on your skin.
Yeah.
So if an animal gets near you,
Shoot it.
destroy it. And always wear a condom. And or
After touching an animal. If you're going
yeah,
to...
wash your hands. Get tested. Wear a condom. If the pit bull is, if your neighbor's pit bull is around, just wear a condom.
Honestly, that's just a good bit of maybe. Just wear a condom at all times. Because life is gonna fuck you.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Don't make me tap this down. It's gonna fuck you up.
Wait, this is not the right... Sorry.
I was enjoying that.
Well, now we're talking about dogs. So, how do dogs play into the environment rather than shooting fireballs from their mouths, being racist, biting you, taking advantage of you, and other things?
They can be good for processing orders. They speak.
They
Beware.
speak.
Oh, that's a good pinpoint. Beware of animals that speak.
Oh yeah, those are not... That's like Uncanny Valley vibes.
Yeah.
It's like something's not
like,
right here.
Can you not talk to me?
Yeah. Like something's off, but I can't tell quite what.
God, I love how this is just the ramblings of a fucking madman.
Yeah, not really though, because we're actually trying to make a difference. Okay, so... What else is there? Oh, masked. Don't approach a masked.
Don't approach a masked animal.
At night.
Don't encroach on their territory.
So... Oh, did you notice that? A wind came along and the Mavus actually got blown over to a suburban neighborhood at night. And I see a little white pit bull running around.
Let's practice animal safety, Mavusians.
Yeah. Don't dangle fruit in front of their eyes.
Yeah, don't reach for low-hanging fruit either. If there's an animal that you're in a fight with, don't insult it for any reason.
Also, okay, it might be called a fruit bat, you know what I'm saying? Some animals, it's like, oh, it's in the name. Fruit bats don't actually like fruit.
And some of it, their name is just, they just got named that because they ate something.
Yeah, some asshole saw it eat something.
Why is a pit bull called a pit bull? Think about it.
Because Charles Darwin
found a peach in a hole and ate it. Dude, it's not that similar.
I think I got lost. Oh, don't get lost. Are you writing that down?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Oh, a pit bull.
So that's immersive.
Well, yeah. Don't, dogs can't have grape or chocolates. Yeah. Dogs can't have chocolate grapes or yellow grapes.
Will you write some down? Because this dull pencil is trying to get on my fucking nerves.
Alright, alright, what else is there for animal safety?
Don't be last. Don't be lazy around
Don't be
animals.
last.
Don't be lazy around animals or they'll try and eat your food and eat you.
Alright, lazy list will not be tolerated.
Tolerated. Don't try and nickel and dime these animals, bro. They know what they're worth.
Yeah, no coins around dogs.
Because they can get stuck in their throat pipe.
Yeah.
In their whole life.
And this is the 12 rules, so what's the last one? Let's think really hard. This is one that actually has to apply to everything and is a completely true rule.
Put pants on, you animals, man. These animals don't need to be walking around.
Oh, no nudity.
Pants off, yeah, no nudity.
I think we could get even more
helpful.
Helpful, yeah.
Don't.
No nudity. So what's so bad about?
Just learn their body parts, I guess, is a pretty general one. But always helpful in my opinion. Like, you don't want to have a dog where you don't know which part is the penis.
Can we get even more general than that? Like, like animals have parts.
Yes. Animals are even more simple than that. Animal penis.
Okay.
And it says here, if we're missing anything, it says, the U.S. has, this is Don't Banana, is a paid subscriber, so this is a comment that he paid.
Sorry, close the hatch for a second. Let me open that back up. There you go. Alright, so can we, sorry, what? Can we read the rules, the animal safety rules?
Saying, this is a message that he paid $8 and he's a subscriber to have this featured on the episode, so we'll answer this fucking nutjob's question.
Wait, can we read the animal safety rules first?
Yes, yeah.
Number 1, diapers. Number 2, don't idolize them.
No.
Number 3, keep their fangs dull.
Should we go into detail about these?
We already did when we wrote them.
Yeah, you're right.
Number 3, keep their fangs dull. 4, stop breeding. 5.
That wasn't all for 3.
Oh yeah, feed them sand, sorry.
Yeah.
A healthy diet of sand. 5, keep them off. 6, beware of animals that speak.
Right.
7, don't approach unmasked animals. 8, don't get lost. 9, don't be last.
Lost.
10,
Or yes, last.
no laziness. 11, no coins.
No coins.
And 12, animals is penis. So,
okay.
Sorry, back to the question. And I do want to reiterate what you said.
Can you go into the last? No, it's fine. I don't even want
Go into the animal's penis?
Always go in through the penis.
Well, that's true of any vetologist making an injection.
Yeah.
Always go in through the penis.
So this person said...
always go in through the penis.
Always go in through the penis.
Always go in through the penis. Always go in through the penis. Always go... Alright, I think that's enough of that.
Felt like a fucking blue... I felt like the Blue Man Group. Oh my god, I'm prairie dogging right now so hard, dude. I had so much ice cream.
Oh, prairie dogs.
Yeah.
Okay, what about... Can you read this question? And let's reiterate, this is paid to have this question float to the top.
Let's be honest. We would not be giving this fucking dullard any attention if it wasn't for this. And I'm not even trying to be rude. I'm sure he's a great person.
We love Mavus fans.
We love this guy. I'm sure he's a great person in his personal life, but to us, he's...
I'm sure he's great at everything.
This is like talking to a clump of dirt.
Yeah. A lump, even.
But he, I guess, used his money to promote this. So he says, this is Don't Banana.
Alright, this is Don't Banana. I like that name.
Don't Banana. It's like, do banana, don't banana.
Alright,
he knows where he stands.
And he's like a top subscriber, like monthly, weekly, or what?
This was $8, yeah, so that's the biggest donation we've ever had.
Okay, so
it's actually the only donation we've ever had.
So, $8, yeah. So what's the question?
What the fuck are we gonna do with that? What did he just pay for us?
Probably another mic.
That's not enough for a mic. He paid for it. You know what he paid for? He paid for fucking... He paid for... I don't even know. This guy. 2 water bottles, maybe? Maybe?
Yeah, we go through a lot of water.
Anyway, okay, Don't Banana.
Alright, what's his question?
It's a statement.
Oh. So he paid for a statement. He's a top payer just to say a statement.
Yeah, so basically he's paying us to read a statement that he made.
And again, this is the top donator that we've had, and his name's Don't Banana.
Don't Banana. So he says from Hawaii to Alaska and everything in between. Oh, the statement, that's the body text. So I guess this was in our geography discussion forum.
Which is where animals live, in geography.
Right. He says the U.S. has the best nature in the world. From Hawaii to Alaska and everything in between, the diversity combined with top-tier natural beauty just can't be beat by any other country. Tell me why I'm wrong. Oh, buddy, that's like saying just punch me right in the fucking face. He wants
us to tell him why he's wrong.
So he knows he's wrong. Because
But he doesn't understand why. Tell me why I'm wrong. I know I'm wrong.
Well, there's one simple word. Why the U.S. has the best nature in the world. That's his statement. Tell me why I'm wrong.
It has the best nature.
One simple word. The jungle.
There's no jungle or rainforest in the U.S.
So we answer that bozo's question. So moving on.
Okay.
So.
And
$8 well spent.
Yeah, not really though, because we're just gonna use it to buy Coke or something. Like Coca-Cola.
And now we're gonna take a break because I have to poop.
Okay.
Really?
All right, we're back. So
we're back.
How was it?
Let's just move on with the episode, man.
All right, let's get right back into it. And so, he was. Doesn't matter what he was saying. It was from Don't Banana though. So should we answer another question or ruminate on that any further?
I'd like to forget that as fast as I possibly can because I feel like it did brain damage on me, to be honest.
Okay, this is. So what type of question do you want? Because we have a suave of questions. All right, so.
Doesn't work though.
Okay, well.
I need another pencil.
Just chill. So.
You don't have another one?
Yeah, I do.
Can I
but
use it?
I don't want you to use it. Or can you just sharpen that one?
I don't know how to sharpen it.
Alright, so.
Where's it? Do you have a sharpener?
Yeah.
Where?
In my room.
I'll use it.
Okay, just be quick. How about?
No, you ask this question and I'll be listening.
Alright, you ready? I'm gonna ask this question, okay?
Go ahead, man.
This is on r/no stupid questions, was sent to us by Mateus, I think.
Sorry, r/no sleep?
No stupid questions. I think was this.
Yeah, I hope they wouldn't be stupid.
Yeah. I think this was sent to us by Mateus.
He asked the question?
No, Mateus just found this and sent it to us. So r/no stupid questions.
He's doing an okay job, isn't
he? He's great. We don't have to pay him much. I guess the $8, half of it could go to for this episode, like $1 an hour or something.
Yeah.
All right. So r/no stupid questions. This is from user Senior Golf.
I got so sharp.
Senior Golf 4401.
Okay. Hey, what do you reckon his hobbies are?
I don't know.
Okay.
I guess asking questions. All right.
Sorry, I keep interrupting all the time, constantly. I feel like
all right. Can you sketch things out for each question? As we ruminate on them.
Hang on a second. Hang on.
Because I have. Can I read this out?
You want me to sketch it out?
No, just as we answer it, sketch out kind of our answer, like what we were talking about.
Yeah, sure.
It'll make sense because it's animals.
No, go ahead. Yeah, that's fine.
From user Senior Golf. Why aren't there other species of humans? Most other animals have other species. For example, sharks have hammerhea. So, why aren't there other species of humans?
Well, there are. So, for one, that question doesn't make much sense because there are.
What are the other ones?
There's different races.
Is that species?
It's specific enough to be species, I think. It's just that the only problem with this kind of question is it kind of comes down to opinion on whether or not you think that's kind of a stupid question.
Yeah.
So, to me, that's not a stupid question.
Oh, this one's answered.
What is a subpoena?
I have no idea.
Here comes Sasquatch.
Why aren't there other species? Most other animals have other species. Most other animals have other species. For example, sharks have hammerhea. So, That's a good example. Sharks have that. It's just another type of shark. So he wants
So what would be the human equivalent of that?
something with a different head that lives differently, I guess.
So I'll try and sketch this out to make sure it's
Okay.
compatible.
Why aren't there other? I guess I don't know.
Buddy, we don't have the answers.
Okay. Let's continue with another why. I love these questions where people are asking why. Why is nature this way?
I know. I love how you can tell these are people who have never really had these kind of thoughts before. Now they're listening to the Mavus. They're kind of having these thoughts.
Yeah, it's like why? Why is an animal like this? There's no way to figure out, how come humans are different from sharks?
Yeah.
In what way are humans this different?
There's
and
not
why?
a lot of obvious ways, but if you listen to our podcast and if you start to think about this stuff more on your own time, maybe when you're driving to work or home from work.
Okay, now this is a question about
So
a
maybe
tarantula
you should be trying
hawk
to think about
wasp.
this. So
Do you
like,
know what a tarantula hawk
there's
wasp
normal
is?
humans and there could be hammerhead humans.
Oh, I like that.
Hip hop head humans.
Yeah. This is a question about tarantula hawk wasp. Do you know what that is? It's a wasp that impregnates a tarantula by injecting babies into it, and then it paralyzes the tarantula and they hatch out of it.
So it's like mentally
Evil.
okay.
Oh, that we didn't include that. It's a mentally evil animal. So
It's a mental illness.
this is from user Relis Sabe. Tarantula hawk. Does she always win? So they're
is
talking
this
about
his wife or something.
No, it's about a tarantula hawk wasp. He said he saw a nature documentary that showed the struggle between the tarantula and the hawk wasp. And he said, even as a kid, I recall thinking that the spider could never win. And how would one gain relevant experience to win? You can say instinct, but it seems to me there's a thin line between instinctive behavior and intelligent behavior. If wasps always win, why even struggle? So he's saying, if you're a tarantula, why even struggle if the wasp is just gonna win anyways?
This kind of comes down to yet another Socratean episode on human behavior. Because this is really, it's not about animals, it's about humans. Which is different.
It's like, okay, imagine somebody's like attacking you, right?
Right.
And there's somebody that can like easily overpower you and they're just like killing you.
Terrifying.
It's kind of like, why even struggle? They're obviously bigger than you.
So he's bigger than me, stronger than me.
I feel like you're getting distracted by the drawing. I don't know if that was a good idea.
I'm trying to help myself visualize this.
It's kind of like what I just said. Shouldn't your instinct be different? Shouldn't you change your instinct to be...
I don't think you can change instinct, man. That's one of the hugest parts of human tuition is kind of trying to reckon with the fact that you really can't change instinct.
What could we do to change it, you think? If somebody's attacking you who's stronger than you, you just don't fight back.
So you
I'm saying fight, flight, or hopefully develop another option. Like lay.
Lay?
Yeah. Or stop.
Answer.
What?
So he's like, what's the answer to this?
Yeah.
And there's a skull on his desk. Oh, I'll draw a skull on his desk.
You're not really paying attention to my question. How do we evolve to make our instinct to not fight back against a stronger enemy?
It would be just
what's
lay down
the
and
use?
accept what's gonna happen.
Yeah, but the instinct
inside.
Like, what's the use of fighting it? There's no use. You're just gonna
My advice would be just convince yourself that there's something on the inside of the animal's stomach that you want to see.
So you're thinking if we can somehow get a way to get eaten to want to get eaten?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what about this? The tarantula, well, I'll just say that it paralyzes you for human, not the other part, because,
For human meat.
but it doesn't eat you. I'll just say
It meets you and
somebody
paralyzes
wants
you.
to paralyze you. What sort of thought could we have, and they're much stronger than you, instead of fighting back for no reason, what sort of thought could we have to just stop, lay down? Like, what could help us to think that?
Imagining.
I don't think it's strong enough to just want to lay down.
No, imagining that you're tired.
Yeah, you could be really tired all the time. So it's like, if somebody attacks you, you
Just
could
don't
think,
get enough sleep.
yeah, you could think, oh, I could fight back, but they're gonna paralyze me anyways. I might as well get used to not moving.
Yeah, I might as well sleep voluntarily before I get involuntarily put to sleep.
Yeah. So,
Or if I'm paralyzed, I don't want to be paralyzed standing up and fall down and hurt my head. I want to be on the ground when I get paralyzed, so I don't fall and take a fall.
yeah. All right, that's perfect.
So, solution, give up.
But to help to give up would be solution, get really tired. And speaking of that, I think you should drink this. You should start drinking your energy drink.
I can't stop looking at things.
It's right there. All right.
Here it is.
So, it's funny you mentioned human behavior, because this is also from r/no stupid questions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the user is Alfie Wolf.
Alfie Wolf?
Yeah.
I'm familiar with him. We've frequented the same chat rooms.
Word. He listens, right? He's a listener?
Yeah, I think his love language might be touch, but he is a listener. I think I spent February talking to him. One time.
Last year or what? February last year or even before?
Yeah, so what's the question?
Alright.
I don't know if I've had this one before. God, it almost smells like honey.
What's that flavor?
The Ultra Fantastic Ruby Road.
Oh, cool. It's funny. They always say L-carnitine plus taurine.
Plus 0 sugar, whatever that means.
Alright.
Plus L-carnitine. Wait, look, it says 0 sugar plus L-carnitine plus taurine plus 0 sugar plus L-carnitine plus. Oh my god, it never ends. Plus taurine.
Yeah, it goes at least twice.
I think it goes forever.
If you keep spinning it. It goes at least 2 or 3 times.
I don't decide
How many
that.
sides to
Ella.
Alright, dude. Alright. So again, this is.
I don't decide that, Ella.
Okay. Damn. Bro fucking loud. Bro fucking loud.
Bro fucking loud.
Alright, no stupid questions, okay? And this friend of yours must have sent it to you.
Oh my god.
Is it normal to...
Oh my god.
Can I read this? Sorry, this one's a little bit long, but I think it's a good question.
I think it's like a grapefruit juice.
And it's about behavior, kind of like the last one.
Oh, this should suit you then, because you're misbehaving a little bit tonight.
Alright, you ready? Is it normal to from a bond with a kid of a mother you were dating so quickly?
Huh.
I started dating again. A few people
I'm not
I've
friends
been...
with this is the different person. I thought it. Well, I don't actually know this person.
You don't know this person?
No.
Okay. I started dating again. A few people I've been seeing are single mothers. Unfortunately, with one who I liked, and had been seen for a few months, as well as spending a lot of time with their son, and taking him out swimming and fishing, has ended things with me. I'm sorry, I read that really badly.
Okay.
I feel broken, not because of missing her, but missing time hanging with the little man. I really enjoyed being a male role model, and got the best high of my life seeing his face light up when he got fish. Is there something wrong with me?
This is always a sticky situation when you feel like there's something wrong with you because you're close with your stepson.
Not even a stepson.
This is sad. This is a sad situation because there's no way really to answer your question, but there might be something wrong with you. Yes.
I
There's
feel like there
probably
is something wrong with him. Is it normal to form a bond with a kid of a mother you were dating so quickly?
You know what's normal with him?
What?
He needs to go back to preschool because he can't spell anything.
Yeah.
But I did draw this picture of them.
Aw. I like that.
I'm gonna put a question mark heart above them. It's like,
Is there something wrong with me? So
like, do I
he
love
said
this
he
kid?
got
Do I hate this kid?
he got the best high of his life. Is he forever just gonna be chasing that high?
Huh.
Just dating people just to get close to their son?
So solution
I almost think the solution
is to
should
get a
be
different kind of high. Is that what you're gonna say?
maybe I think it should almost be don't worry so much about the high of being with your girlfriend's kid. Maybe the best part of it should be being with your girlfriend, and you shouldn't get so high.
So just don't get so high off this kid's vibes.
Well, just maybe think about what is happening to you. If the best part of this
kids should make you borderline suicidal being around them.
Yeah, you should really.
They are nightmares. They're like little fuck. Oh, I won't say, but it's just like this kid is not like a goblet of everything.
Also, the top one commenter said, yes, there's something wrong with him. Just
Really?
yes. Yeah.
Poor guy. I mean, he's
I don't
right.
know. There's something wrong with him, though.
You shouldn't be getting high off a kid.
No.
Your
solution. The mommy, maybe.
Your
Not the kid. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't know what it's like, but
imagine we just eat our words so fucking. Imagine we run into this kid, and the minute we meet him, we just love him, and we can't get enough of him.
that would be unfortunate.
We just have to eat our roots.
All right, you want answer another question?
Go ahead.
I swam in a 25% chlorinated pool. This is from r/brain eating amoeba, and the user is NASCAR fan.
I'm 652 a NASCAR fan as well, so that's fair.
Okay, yeah, that's a good context for this. You always have to read the user. Hey guys, I swam in my friend's pool that was only 25% chlorinated. It also was 76 degrees in temperature. I just want to know if I have the amoeba. This is stressing me out too much.
So what reason does he have to think that he has an amoeba?
I think because it was only 25% chlorinated.
So,
okay, what level of chlorination can amoeba grow at?
Amoeba.
So he knew that the pool was 25% chlorinated?
That seems like really chlorinated to me.
That's a quarter of it. A quarter of the water doesn't have amoeba. And every other part of it does.
Oh, so this is becoming quite clear to me the more we talk about this. Is it becoming clear to you too?
What?
He just needs to figure out which quadrant of the pool he was in.
Yeah, exactly. Ask your friend which part the chlorine was spilled at, and then every other square inch of the pool is literally filled with brain-eating amoeba. Not just amoeba,
but it only should be, yeah.
So, brain-eating at 76 degrees. They can grow.
So we're thinking that he probably does have one.
He has a 1 in 4 chance of not having one.
So, solution,
just pray to God. Well, okay, hold on. You think maybe, he said 25% of the pool, so it would be a quadrant of it. So, do you think maybe the pool is 80 feet long?
So he has a 75% chance that he does.
But hold on. If it's so big, there is... It might be really small too, you know? And then you would have likely, swimming a lap in it. But, yeah, but imagine it's so big.
Go
up. I guess so, yeah. I like that.
Thank you.
So Finn drew an apple with a worm.
I don't know why he's an apple. I just liked that.
I like that. It's kind of like biblical almost.
Yeah, it's like
It maybe
after-
the pool is so long that by the time he swam a quarter of it, he got tired
he
and
would
turned
be
around.
retired.
Yeah,
Right.
so he might be fine. But if
So
the
if it's a
pool is
75% chance and the pool is 800 feet by 800 feet, that's
then there is still a chance though that he was just swimming in the part of it that's all amoeba.
so what's 800 by 800?
1600.
No, it's 640,000 feet.
I think it's
So
1600.
divided by 4 is 160,000 times 3 is 480. So there's 480,000 feet of that pool that had a brain-eating amoeba in it,
Okay.
and only 160,000 feet that he could have been swimming in that would have been
So-
safe.
He did have 160. This is really on him because you had 160,000 feet.
So how many miles is that? How many square miles is 160,000?
Also, this is completely we don't know if the pool is that big.
Okay, how many square miles is 160?
Someday you're just gonna look back on this and want to kill yourself. Just recording this, you know.
So that's. I don't understand that.
How many miles is what was it? 160,000
Keeps
feet.
saying 160,000 square feet, and it keeps telling me it's 0.0057 of a square mile. Is that true?
Google can't be right.
No.
All right, let's move on to the next question.
Okay.
So basically, you're probably fucked. So this is also about brain
Poor
eating
guy,
amoeba.
you know?
This is from user popular_winter_1032. Popular winter. Water went up my nose after a shower. Finished a shower and then drying myself with a towel, but felt the most tiniest amount of water droplet on my nose and I breathed
On
it.
his nose.
And now I'm kind of scared. I'm pretty sure it breathed in cold water. It turned the water hot, but at the end it was cold, but I'm still pretty scared. And also, hey, Brady Stewart 777, it's me again.
So what was I was trying to do the court drawing. What was the end of that?
I'm pretty sure it breathed in cold water. I turned the water hot, but at the end it was cold, but I'm still pretty scared. And also, hey, Brady Stewart 777, it's me again. I finished the shower and then dried myself with a towel, but I felt the most tiniest amount of water droplet on my nose and I breathed it, and now I'm kind of scared.
Why is that? Why is he scared?
I'm pretty sure it breathed in cold water. I turned the water hot, but at the end it was cold, but I'm still pretty scared.
Why is he scared of cold water?
This is on r/brain eating amoeba.
He sounds like he has a fucking brain-eating amoeba.
I'm pretty sure that's definitely what happened after he breathed in a droplet of water.
That he had a brain-eating amoeba?
Yeah, so let's read a different one.
He sounds like he has a brain-eating amoeba.
Alright, you ready?
He sounds like he has a brain-eating amoeba. He sounds like he has a brain-eating amoeba. Sounds like horses that run well on water. I'm gonna do some tattoo flash.
Pee really bad.
Okay.
Alright, so we're back. So
We're back.
We've been mostly focusing on goo animals, and
We were answering a question, I think, right?
He just asked if he breathed in a droplet of water from the shower if he was gonna die.
Probably not, to be honest. Because I don't think most people have ever done that.
I've never done that.
But if you're worried about that sort of thing all the time, you may as well just kill yourself. Because that doesn't even mean anything. That you swallowed a droplet of water. There's
Yeah,
worse
so
things
what?
that can happen.
I'd argue there's really bad things that could happen.
You should be worried about those things.
You should be worried about bad things. Maybe it's good to only your biggest worry is that a droplet of water went in your nose.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be kind of nice?
So that question we can basically throw the baby out with the bathwater on that one because it's completely useless.
What did you say?
I don't know. So this one was but from Candid Bookkeeper. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Candid bookkeeper. You want your bookkeeper to be candid. You don't want your bookkeeper to be
Imagine he
putting
goes,
on any airs.
"You'll find that in mystery."
That's not what
Points you to the
You're
wrong.
thinking about a librarian. A bookkeeper files
What's
your
a bookkeeper?
taxes.
You know that? You don't know that.
He goes like, sure, Jan. Jan. Sure, Jan. Sure, Jan. Jan. So, Candid Bookkeeper says...
Candid Bookkeep.
So, Candid Bookkeeper says... This is a spoiler on the top. It says... This was in our Tech Startups forum. This one was actually
What's
ported
the
to us.
subreddit?
What? This is in a Mavus forum on Mavus.com.
Oh.
This was posted 3 years ago. So this is actually the first post about 2.5 years before the Mavis was formed.
2.5.
2.5. This is from the 2.5 of the subreddit. It says, fashion will soon transform as society transforms into a more 5G one. The finest uses of graphene... I was thinking that, oh my god, why?
I really don't know. Somebody actually has the Mavis, what's it called?
URL?
Yeah, the
What is it, address or?
somebody has Mavis.com, the domain, and they want us to buy for $6,000
Jesus Christ.
on GoDaddy. So, anyways,
So why is that called GoDaddy.com? Because I'd always see commercials and think it was like porn.
I think most commercials are porn.
Money on it. But it says fashion will soon transform as society transforms into a more 5G one. The finest uses of graphene will be used too, which is wonder material designers are now using in dresses. Sensors and a microprocessor inside will aid dresses in technological advancement. It changes colors with breathing patterns. So,
What's that question?
Seems
like they know everything and they're just flexing.
Yeah,
But they
Mr.
know.
Perfect. So, enough questions from Mr. Perfect. Can we name another? I'll do something. This is going to take a little bit of editing on Mateus's part in the final episode. But don't worry, Mavis listeners. You guys will get some insight on what we're talking about. Right about now, something should pop up on the screen. I'm going to ask Charlie a question. A visual question of sorts. I'm going to show him a picture. He's going to tell me what subspecies of animals shares this type of bone structure. Okay?
Okay.
But first I have to draw it.
Okay. While you're working on that, should I ask another question?
Yeah, let's see what else people have to say.
This is from No Stupid Questions. And the user is Rando Person.
What do you think they're like?
Random.
I guess they're probably random.
Are there any animals that can conceptualize things they can't see? In the sense of plugging an HDMI cable into the back of a TV, either by feel or remembering that location after a quick peek. Can anything else do that?
That's actually one of the better questions we've had on here, simply because of the you can almost feel the curiosity rating off the screen.
Yeah. So they're saying, can an animal remember plugging an HDMI cord in? Either by feeling it or remembering the location after a quick peek.
What the fuck? What? They mean?
In the sense of plugging an HDMI cable into the back of a TV, either by feel or remembering the location after a quick peek, can anything else do that?
You know? I'm not sure. I guess so. I guess I know within the Simian files, which is actually one of the documents we rescued from another planet, aboard y'all's favorite spaceship, the Mavus, which, by the way, our Patreon should be up now for that podcast. We did find something, though, in the Simian files, in the Animal Theory archives, that stated that, there are species that can do that, but they're confined to a sector of the universe that is only accessible through dreams. Which is honestly how it seems to go most of the time. It's basically irresistible to not create using dream theory if you're one of the creators. So, I guess next
Yeah, I
question.
co-sign that.
Yeah.
Alright, this is from r/moss. Sea moss and diarrhea. Has anyone been having diarrhea from sea moss?
Anybody?
Anybody?
Sea moss. Is that an animal?
Yeah. If it's part of an ecosystem, it's an animal.
Okay, well,
And nature always wins.
Is a rusty nail on the sidewalk an animal then? That's not part of an ecosystem, I guess.
It actually is, because what does a rusty nail give you? Tetanus amoeba.
Tetritis, right? Tetanus amoeba.
Mm-hmm. So are they saying anyone else having sea moss giving you diarrhea? I don't know if they're saying that they're eating it or just interacting with it gives you diarrhea, but I think that really should be in the amoeba subreddit again.
Amoeba?
Yeah. Having flu-like symptoms is from amoeba entering your body.
So what species of animal has this bone structure?
Whoa. Let me take a photo of it. That's a human, right?
Okay, but what subspecies does that species, whatever you just said, belong to?
So there is another species of human. This answers that question from earlier.
No, it's what species does human belongs to?
Oh, Titanius ape.
You can check the human or the chart sheets.
All right, let's see. Can we get another ambience?
I was going crazy.
Can we get another
horses that run well on water?
Yeah. Can we get another ambience going, please?
Yeah, we can.
Just open the hatch again and where are we now? Oh, look around. Where are we? Hand me those binoculars. Whoa. That's pretty out here. Why did I never think of a rainforest canyon?
A canyon or a rainforest?
Yeah, it's really overgrown, but there's definitely a canyon.
Yeah, with megafauna.
Yeah, wow.
What kind of mega species can we see from here?
I see some jungle animal, rain.
What?
Oh, there's a toucan.
Who can play that game?
I was actually about to say that myself. Well, it's really beautiful here. Alright, what other thing has this bone structure? A grower?
That's a class of animals. We're looking for a subspecies.
I don't know. Can you tell me? Can you just tell me?
Humans.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah.
I think the eyes give it away.
Now, what I want you to do, and Mavis subscribers, yeah, the eyes are my favorite part. Mavis subscribers, I'd also like you to send in, you can drop in the comment sections because I do think that you're already drawn. I was going to ask you to draw the version of that because that's the skeleton. So what are you drawing?
An avian.
Oh. Okay.
Right. Can you just imagine it swooping down? Can you keep the
music going?
Well, just open the hatch. I think there's jungle. Like there should be some sort of jungle sound effect, right?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Let me get another. Let me get another question loaded up on this.
Yeah, something's. One second. I don't understand how.
I think there's some file playing.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, it's funny. I just got
Oh, it's
paged
playing
over.
off your phone.
I don't think so. Because I'm reading a question. I think I actually just got paged a response to the Tarantula Hawk question.
The what?
The Tarantula Hawk question.
The tarantula hawk question?
Yeah. Hawk Wasp. The question.
Oh, yeah.
We have a very weird and relative concept of intelligence in animals. I think as humans we tend to use the word intelligence only for animals that think similarly to us. But honestly, the more time goes on, the more we discover about how complex the animals that we deemed not intelligent actually are.
Which are what?
I keep tarantulas among other inverts as pets, and after 6 years with them, I can see every day that they're not just mindless creatures that sit in a swamp.
Delusionment.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Alright, you want to answer another question? Let me load one up.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. So
What
this
else?
is from the fishing question subreddit from Biosphere, which is, I believe, a planet we visited once.
Is that where we found the face tree? Oh, a little
Hey,
bit
man,
of a teaser for the next
I don't know if I
episode.
want to talk about that right now.
The face tree.
That's kind
The face tree.
of... Alright, this is from Biosphere.
face tree.
Can we answer this?
The face tree. The face tree. The face tree. The face tree. Sorry.
No, it's good. Alright, I'm gonna ask this next question from Biosphere.
Okay.
Is fishing with live bait cheating?
Huh. So is fishing with live bait cheating?
Cheating. Is it cheating to use live bait when you're fishing?
It depends on whether or not your relationship with your kids. Or no, I guess it doesn't depend on that. I guess it kind of has to do with whether or not it's cheating. That's kind of like what the question's asking.
What about them being alive makes it cheat worthy?
What makes it feel so good to fish when you know that you're killing basically little babies, little men?
Yeah, even more, what makes it feel so good to fish knowing that you're catching things?
You could be home reading a book. Knowing you're catching things is one of the worst part about fishing.
But they seem to...
They never seem to understand.
Is it cheating to do anything when fishing? To save from maybe electrocuting the water or something?
Well, here. Can I ask you a question, Charlie? That I think will help this.
Like,
This
using
poor boy
a
answer
certain
his question.
common type of bait that a ton of people will use, is that, like, cheating? Like, are you gonna get reprimanded in any sort of way from that? Even though you caught a lot of fish with it?
Well, I was gonna say, like, what is the difference between cheating on your wife and cheating while fishing?
That's a good question.
Thank
Okay,
you.
I think I know the difference. If using live bait while fishing is cheating, you had to pay for it. Cheating on your wife...
Is different.
I guess you could pay for it. Okay, I think that the answer is really simple, actually. I think that you would most likely suffer some consequence from cheating on your spouse or your partner.
Lovely wives.
But cheating while fishing, you're not gonna suffer any consequence.
Unless you're trying to marry that fish. In which case,
Maybe the fish.
In which case, you need to live in a zoo. A zoo.
You could maybe catch a lot of fish, nothing bad will happen,
Unless you catch
But-
the skullfish.
just knowing that you did use live bait.
You might feel bad.
Yeah, that might be the 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 consequence in itself.
I
just
think
knowing
it really
that
brings,
you caught fish.
Yeah.
So that's what's so horrible about it.
It's wrong.
Yeah.
It's wrong. And one of the kind of, it brings almost like a moral question into the whole question, which is like that just feeling of just like, is it wrong to use live bait? Because you're using something that would otherwise most likely stay alive if you weren't using it as bait.
Yeah, also I think for fishermen it's kind of like
Your first date might not be on the river, but you want to get there someday. You want to get to the point. where
for
you're
them
just
it's
on the
kind of
river
like
with
they're
your
addicted to
bait.
fishing. Where it's like they love doing it,
They
but
can be assholes.
the consequence of when
Not
you
doing
do
it
actually catch a fish and you're done, it's
or
like,
risky.
oh, I've caught all these fish.
Yes.
It feels horrible.
Oh god. And if you're sick, it might not even be fun. Or you might
Yeah.
risk
It makes you
going
sick too.
home afterwards and cooking them and realizing that they're not actually fish.
Yeah, you might even go home and cook them. I can't imagine how bad that feels. But it's like you can't stop yourself.
Yeah.
And you know you're gonna do it tomorrow again.
And you know what this goes back to, right? It goes back to 2 rules of animal safety. Rule number 2, don't idolize them.
Mm-hmm.
And rule number 8, don't get lost. So you wrote rule number 9. You wrote dumpy last.
That's what you said. Don't be last.
Oh, I think it was don't be last. You're good. You're good. It's
Don't
fine.
be last.
Yeah. Don't get lost, I think. But you wrote. It says you wrote dumpy last. No cousins.
No coins.
Oh.
Does that rule apply to fishing?
Animal's penis.
Wait, that must be also why using live bait is bad.
Because of your cousins.
Look at the photo. They
What's
needed
the photo?
coins to buy that.
See that? You put it right behind my Gatorade. Oh. No coins. And wait, there's actually so many.
It's a photo of a live bait.
Fang doling, feed them sand. If you're catching animals that haven't had their fangs dulled, they're probably not domesticated animals.
And you're feeding them worms.
Yeah, and if they can bite into worms, their fangs definitely are dull.
So this is breaking all the rules. What are the other rules?
If you bite into what's supposed to happen is if a dog bites into a worm, a dog that's been eating sand like it should be, it will just slide right through its lips, because its fangs are so dull.
Mm-hmm.
Stop breeding them if possible.
They're
Well,
catching them for breeding 99%
They're gonna
of the
either be
time.
eating them or breeding them.
Yeah.
Or sometimes they're gonna be eating them or breeding.
Another rule, get them off of you.
Yeah,
They're
keep them
literally
off.
catching
Rule
them and
number
bringing
5.
them to hold them and keep them.
Oftentimes they bring them home by sticking them to their back.
Yeah.
So keep them off of you. Don't let them climb on you.
So fishermen are horrible. It's not safe.
Animals' penis. These animals aren't good enough to be
I don't
caught.
really know what that
The
means,
animals
to be
are
honest.
low and they shouldn't be caught.
Yeah. It's not safe for a fish to be fished.
No.
So they broke all the rules.
Yeah.
Alright, so we get another question?
Yeah, go ahead. With readers.
Alright. Let's see.
I'm actually going to ask a question right now on one of our forums and see if we can get some answers by the end of the episode. I'm going to do that right now.
Oh, word. What should we ask? Cause
That's
there's
what I
a
was going
lot
to say.
of...
I'm going to go on our fishing forum and see.
Let's break down all the questions we've had so far and our hypotheses and see if we can get a good response.
Well,
Maybe about fish safety or something when
Okay.
fishing.
so fish safety, like, should the question be like, what are some
Safest for fish, like bait that's safest for fish to catch?
bait that's safest for fish?
Or bait that is feels best for fish?
That fish just bait that is safest for fish, and then the text. So that's the bait that is safest for fish? Question mark.
What's the most
What's the most?
what's the bait that would protect the fish the most, like would catch the least fish so as to not hurt them?
Would pro- Oh, okay. So the
Bait that would catch the least fish. Because you don't.
so what's the bait that would protect the fish the most? Catch the least fish. Colon, I am being forced to fish
Because we would never
by
do
a
this.
brain-eating parasite.
And my pit bull's with me or something?
Eating parasite. So, okay, so what's the bait that would protect the fish the most / catch the least fish? I am being forced to fish by a brain-eating parasite and would like to convince. I feel crazy typing this. Convince I'll type.
Well, it's because we would never do these things, right? We're just
Right.
trying to get in the headspace.
And would like to convince I'll type my twice. My pit bull that I.
That my pit bull that what?
I am catching fish, but without
My brain eating pit bull.
actually.
Alright, let's read the question. Bait that's safest for fish? What's the bait that would protect the fish the most / catch the least fish? I am being forced to fish by a brain eating parasite and would like to convince my pit bull that I'm catching fish without actually eating his brain. Alright, I posted it. Oh, let me just allow notification.
That's
Alright.
fine.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Oh, hopefully they should answer that.
I feel ashamed. Should we post on r / shamed?
Yeah. This would be a good segment. Just posting and just seeing if we get any response.
We could post more in other animal related forums. Like what's another good animal related forum?
Seems like they all like no stupid questions.
No, but something that's specific to animals.
Can I go
you know
get
what I mean?
pretzels while you workshop a question?
Go ahead.
Would you like pretzels?
No thanks. I'm okay. But thanks.
No, I think you would.
If there's something amazing though, just bring that up. I'm Mavusing. Mavus food? Okay.
Alright, are you workshopping something?
I'm actually posting something r / food. The top food subreddit is called r / food porn. But this one is just r / food, and I'm saying, can I get a crash course on which animals can be turned into food? And then the body text will say, I have a brain-eating parasite. I have a
From my shower?
eating
From swallowing a droplet of water from my shower?
swallowing of water from my shower. I am mentally afflicted and am having serious trouble, horrible, remembering which animals can be used as food. So how does this look?
Alright. R/food. Can I get a crash course on which animals can be turned into food? Try this. I have a brain-eating paradise from swallowing a droplet of water from my shower. I am mentally afflicted and having serious trouble remembering which animals can be used as food. Alright, I posted it.
I'm posting it as quick as I can.
I think you got some notifications.
Oh, no, it's an old one.
Oh, my bad.
That's okay. Alright. What are the suburbs?
Sorry?
Like which other subreddits? Maybe like seafood? Sea animals?
Yeah, that'd be good. Like a fishing one?
Sea animals. Okay, you have to request to join this one. So I'll say I love sea animals. You have to send them a text which proves why you should be able to join r/sea animals.
And what else do we do? R/fish. Or r/ocean.
About r/animals.
Okay.
What should I post?
What were some of our other questions?
Oh yeah, I have some questions.
Oh. Let's combine some things. Is it normal to bond with a... Is it normal to bond with an animal so quickly? Or did God create bonding with animals? Or was that evolution?
So is it... So, let me get this right. Is it normal to bond with an animal so quickly that I get sick? Is it normal to meet...
Oh, is it normal to have a high from bonding with animals and feel unsafe without them?
Okay. So, well, the title is it normal to bond with a animal so quickly that I get sick? Is it normal to meet my girlfriend's dog and immediately love him
so much that you would die for him?
And pet him so much that I feel high, like I took
Edibles. For context, I don't feel high around my girlfriend. And I only miss her because of him.
Him, for context, my...
And I have a brain-eating parasite.
My girlfriend. So...
Can I read it?
Should I post a selfie with this too?
Yeah. r/animal. Can I have a sip of this?
Go ahead.
Is it normal to bond with an animal so quickly that I get sick? Is it normal to meet my girlfriend's dog and immediately love him and pet him so much that I feel like high, like I took edibles and feel unsafe without him? I don't feel high around my girlfriend. I don't have a brain-eating parasite. You want to add a selfie?
No.
Alright, while we wait for if we get any answers for that,
I'm not getting any answers on any fucking things.
Well, let's answer some more questions ourselves. You ready?
Okay. I'm gonna think of something else too.
Alright, this one's pretty long though. You ready? I'll skim through it, but...
Okay.
This is more speculative, like our questions. Like kind of making things up, because it's from r/world building, so like speculating on kind of like speculative evolution, like making things based off the real world.
Yeah.
So, are the succubi in my world too bad?
These are your questions?
No, this is from r/world building. The user is the true Maxwell Lord.
I think I work with him.
So, stage 1. Oh, sorry. Succubi are parasitic organisms, worm-like in shape and about as long as a fingernail. They tend to slide into the mouths of human women and begin producing extreme amount of pheromones while restarting puberty and other changes. They're split into 2 stages. Okay?
Okay.
So stage 1. The changes they undergo are prevalent, and then they kind of talk about lactation and stuff. And this happens over the course of mere days. The female sex drive is increased massively. They want to eat sperm. This one's really gross. Talking about, I thought I was gonna want to read this, but I don't really want to.
What does it say? I want to see what it says.
It is their breast size increases by 20. It's like a succubi parasite.
Is it like so it's like a human or a donkey?
It's a little parasitic worm that goes in females' mouths.
Breasts?
No, it makes the female. It's a parasite. The female is talking about what it does to the female, and it feeds on sperm.
A human?
Yeah. And so it's from world building, so it's not real. Remember that.
Oh.
So again, stage 1, they go through.
I was getting so worried.
Okay, let's at least.
I was actually getting panicked.
See its effect on human males.
Spiky human males.
They go through puberty once again and are pumped full of testosterone, making them more muscular and aroused.
Huh.
Beware, because these men also start having parts of their frontal lobe shut off, making them more beast than man. Their testicles in stage 2 have increased in size around 60 to 80%, also increasing the amount of sperm they produce to about 1 cup. And these succubi only exist in the eastern part of the world. I tried my best. I'm skimming through this because it's kind of disgusting.
Right.
The host will also find their penis has increased in girth and length by around 200% and will near constantly have an erection.
This is
and
disgusting.
Have an odor too. I try my best to be tasteful with my descriptions because I can understand if the general topic was a bit much. My main questions are as follows. Are these succubi realistic and are they too graphic? I just don't want them to be gross. And then somebody respond, and they look like this.
Oh, that's just a picture.
And it's a fish, it seems like, and the top response is, seems good for porn.
Okay.
So I really don't know what to say. They said their question is, are these succubi too bad?
They sound bad.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel amazing after hearing all that.
I didn't like that at all.
No, that's world building?
Yeah. They're basically making up a disgusting sexual fantasy, then asking, is it wrong that I'm thinking this? Is this too bad?
It's all over Reddit. Once you realize that, it's crazy going on there.
It's just too bad. What I'm thinking.
It's world building.
Yeah, it's good to put it in that context, because then they can go, like, I know this is wrong, but in my world, is it too bad to exist?
So we're getting a lot of responses on our questions.
Well, let's read them.
So I
Hold on.
asked in r/ask Reddit.
Hold on.
I asked in r/ask Reddit. I asked what changes would animals undergo to become humans. And Do Jellyfish said all of them. What changes would a shoe undergo to become a bicycle? And I said what?
I mean, what are they talking about?
I don't know. And Farah is my wife who said reincarnation. I guess. LOL. What should we say to him? LOL.
Could say,
I'll
does
just
that
say
exist? LOL. Wait, what is the other one talking about? They said, could a shoe become a bicycle? It's not even related to the question.
It's not realistic either. Humans are already animals. That's BT7274 said humans are already animals. I said wrong. They are mammals but not animals. They said tell me how humans are not animals. Mammals are a group of animals that have certain characteristics. Should we insult him? You have the characteristics
Of a Casper the Friendly Ghost.
period.
You had too much NyQuil, friend.
Yeah, Marvelous Oxman said you have too much NyQuil, friend.
What'd the other person say?
What should I say? I won't say anything to that. Get way smarter while also becoming way dumber. Whoa, well, there's a lot of people responding to this.
You'd get way smarter while also becoming way dumber?
Yeah, and then on
What does that mean?
I don't know.
If an animal became a human?
I think that's what they're saying, yeah.
So would you stay the same amount of intelligence because you got way smarter and then became way dumber? You'd have to first get smart to become a human.
No, I think they're saying you get smarter because humans are smarter, but then you'd be stupid because humans like do stupid things. You know what I mean? Like they are more intelligent, but they are so foolish. Like not like animals, which is
Yeah,
honestly-
animals aren't foolish.
So this person says, I asked, does that exist? LOL. They said depends on your religion. We aren't sure. Should I say anything?
Say, what do you think?
Okay. They're the only one who's entertaining. Everybody else doesn't like me very much. I said... Someone said this question gives a similar vibe to this. If my grandma had wheels, she would have been a bike. Spirit Bomb V2. I said, what changes would animals undergo to become humans? And Spirit Bomb V2 said this question gives similar vibes to this. If my grandma had wheels, she would have been a bike.
Can we look that up? What does that mean?
It's from a show. It's like, if my grandma had wheels, she would have been a fucking bike. And they all go, it's a cooking show.
She would have been a bike?
Yeah, because they go, this lady she's having a recipe made with animal, like she's like, it's like a spaghetti or something, and she's like, if you had ham and all this stuff, it would be a carbonara. And the guy making it is like, if my grandmother had wheels, she would be a fucking bicycle. And they all laugh.
That's not a question.
Should we respond to this?
Wait, they're saying if my grandma had wheels, she would be a bike? We weren't saying if animals turned into humans, they would be humans. We're asking, would animals... We should ask, if animals were humans, would they
I'll
be
just say-
humans?
We were asking would animals become humans. I'll say that to him. But more people are responding. Okay, well, I asked another question. This is getting overwhelming because I said, is it normal to bond with an animal so quickly that I get sick? Is it normal to meet my girlfriend's dog and immediately love him and pet him so much that I feel high like I took edibles and feel unsafe without him? I don't feel high around my girlfriend. I don't have a brain-eating parasite. Someone said that's not typical. And then someone said definitely not normal. I honestly seek help for this. This is part of something bigger with your mental health. It could be something I ate.
Bigger with your mental health?
I'm gonna say it could be something I ate.
Yeah, I have to pee. Okay, so it could be something you ate?
Yeah, I asked. It could. Well, I said it could be something I'm eating.
Did they respond?
No, this other person said. I said you have the characteristics of Casper the Friendly. Of Casper the Friendly Ghost, and they said, what is that supposed to mean? Are you a creationist? These are the only people I've ever heard say that humans are mammals but not animals.
I've heard that you're that you haunt a castle. Whitey.
I'm not saying whitey.
Okay. Sorry.
I've heard that you haunt.
That's probably the most racist thing you could say on Reddit.
I asked, what do you think to depend on your religion? So they said all that, and I said, what do you think? And they said, I'd rather believe that it exists. Life is too miracle to come out of nowhere. The music is fucking perfect. I'm gonna say, and memories are
Fucking perfect either.
Perfect either.
Do you have any responses to the fishing one?
Mammals are also animals. Bananimals. Everybody on this post about my girlfriend's dog just says no, it's not normal. The fishing one? Let's see.
About the pit bull? Can you read it again? Is there any responses?
What's the most debate that would protect the fish the most / catch the least fish? I am being forced to fish by a brain-eating parasite and would like to convince my pit bull that I'm catching fish, but without actually eating his brain. So that's 0 upvotes, and the fuzzy shark says, ask a psychiatrist, they can help you. What should I say?
The psychiatrist knows about fishing bait?
I'm not saying that. They might give me a snarky answer.
Say...
I'll just say, so tell me about the fuzzy shark.
Oh yeah, that's a fish.
I said, so tell me about
They
this
seem to think there's
shark.
really something wrong with us. But we're just trying to be like them.
This is why the Mavus doesn't go to human planets.
We're just trying to simulate what they ask, and they think there's something so wrong with us. We've basically asked them questions that they asked us. Or subreddits. Right. So, it's like, we showed you the mirror and you didn't like what you saw.
You've had too much NyQuil, friend.
Yeah, I have. No, I haven't. Yeah, I'm not even sleepy yet.
Yeah, I have to have half a bottle, or I die.
Yeah, I have to half a bottle or I died.
I won't say that. Marvelous Oxman.
Alright. Is there any other responses, or should we read another question while we wait?
We can read another question, or we can ask another question too.
Let's ask one and then I'll read one.
So what community should we ask? Should we figure out what different countries feel about different animals?
Yeah.
So are such countries?
Mm-hmm.
No. It needs to be a big subreddit so they answer us. No stupid questions. Well, yeah. Can we do that?
Yeah, it could be like, what's the solution to how many animals could fit in a country versus how many were without one? Or like, I believe certain animals do not live in the U.S.
I believe...
Due to my brain-eating parasite, I don't believe in certain animals. Dude. And I can't conceptualize ones that I haven't just plugged into the back of my TV. I can hardly conceptualize that.
Okay, I'm gonna say I believe certain...
If I didn't take a quick peek at them.
I'm gonna say I believe certain animals do not exist. Can anyone prove me wrong? And then the body text. I don't believe in certain animals. I do not have. I do not host a parasite.
Is that bad?
So BT7274 says I'm going to haunt you then.
Okay, we said I've heard that you haunt a castle. I'm going to haunt you then. Honestly, that's a cute response.
Should I just say okay? Or oh?
Say ha ha ha. Alright, should we answer another question? Hee hee hee. Let's answer another question. You ready?
Yeah.
Let me close the hatch. It's letting in flies.
I got a final fly on my tongue before you did that.
Taste? Good or bad?
Tastes?
Yeah.
Oh, the fly?
Yeah.
Good enough.
Alright, ready? So this is more speculative again. It's from r/cryptozoology.
I'm ready.
From user Jack Maurer1.
I think I went to high school with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was an Orwellian bird.
Okay.
Just edit that part out.
I believe the Yeti is real. Body text. The Yeti is 100% real. Think about it. Many of the things the Yeti could do could be.
He says it's singular. There's only one.
Yeah, I think about the Yeti. Many of the things the Yeti could do could be interpreted as something normal, like someone going missing or a bear footprint. We discover new species of monkeys and bats somewhat often. What happened when they have a small population, live long, and have intelligence compatible to humans? You could say, yeah, but no one credible has seen one. What are the chances if they're so rare that a creditable scientist will see one?
I mean,
They clearly
I feel
have
like the chances are pretty high.
They clearly have killer adaptations and strategies to keep themselves hidden. Not to mention how the government likes to keep stuff hidden. Joe, many times can you think of that a piece of credible evidence comes out, then is just pushed off as a something stupid or just straight up goes off the grid? We think just because we have mainstream media, we know everything. But that isn't the case. If something as smart and adapted as the Yeti doesn't want to be found, it's hard to find it. So they're saying because a scientist hasn't seen one, there's not evidence.
I guess my response to that would be, what's this person's name?
Jack Maurer.
Jack Maurer?
Mm-hmm.
Jack, listen.
Listen, buddy.
There were times when there were entire sections of the bovine creation chart that I didn't even believe in. Like, it took me a long time to believe in stink pops, and even longer to fully convince myself that something like inkwops could exist. But
they can.
But they can. They can. It's like,
Yeah. So he's saying that he believes in the Yeti.
yeah.
So we're right.
So Jack, we're actually gonna put this on our list, and should we see if we can get him on the podcast?
Yeah, I guess that's always the big question is where would it fall on a chart though?
Cali beavers.
That's why it's so hard. It's like where would this go on a chart?
So I'm putting the Cali weaver under food.
Word.
We did get people responding.
Alright, what'd they say?
So the changes animals undergo to become humans. Someone said, are you asking what non-human life forms would need to change to become a human? Or are you asking if a non-human life form were to become human, how would they be human differently? Well, either way, this is a big question with lots of variables. After all, non-human animals would include earthworms, mosquitoes, birds, and cats. I don't know half those animals. For the first question, I guess they would need bigger brains and smaller bipedal limbs. Hey, we know bipedal as humans.
Mm-hmm.
For the second question, honestly, I don't know. And then, in response to my question, I do not believe certain animals exist. Can anyone prove me wrong? Mystery neighbor said which animals?
The Yeti.
The Yeti, period.
Can I read something else Jack Maurer said?
Yeah.
I just went to his page and he said, so keep in mind he has really an easy time believing the Yeti, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just the one Yeti. And this is on r/paranormal. Calling any spirit experts. I need some help. Recently I've had a large draw towards the paranormal. I'm dying to know if ghosts are real or not. Does anyone have any tips to try and encounter a friendly spirit of some sort? I want to do it alone and just wish for a sign such as a temp drop or a ball moving or something of that nature. So it is nature. And they said, I think you're heading down a dangerous route.
Road?
Yeah. Do you mean you think I'm
road?
crazy or that ghosts are dangerous? I really believe ghosts exist and want to encounter one.
So what is he asking?
He's asking if how to run into a ghost.
Well, that's not really an animal, in my opinion.
Also, on r/speculative evolution, to bring it full circle, he said bloop theory.
That's all he said?
Yeah.
I
And
don't
then
understand how you're supposed to answer
on
that.
r/prehistoric life, bloop theory. I have a theory on the bloop noise.
Oh, the bloop? Do we
What
know
if it was made by a
that's
creature I'm going to call the Cryotherium, ice beast? This could be a fish mammal-like animal that lives in the cold, deep waters of the southern hemisphere.
I think if we want to talk about the bloop, then Mavis would have to do an entire other episode.
Yeah, it is a good theory though. He says, I believe it would have an extremely large mouth for feeding on microfauna or marine snow.
Marine snow?
Yeah, this animal would have an extremely slow metabolism.
Huh.
Bloop. I have a theory on the bloop noise. Bloop theory. r/ocean, bloop theory. r/cryptozoology, bloop theory.
So,
r/marine biology, bloop theory. r/oceans, bloop
can
theory.
I ask you a question? Between the umbrellas of avian animals, bovine animals, simian animals, predator animals, prey animals, food animals, animal safety animals, bipedals, growers, amphibians, carcinites, amoeba animals, and then the family tree of the celestial water crane, the king crow, and the jackraith,
Uh-huh.
where do you think what was his name? Jack Maurer?
Jack Maurer.
Where do you think he would fall under that? Because I will put him on the chart. Jupiter Thatch?
Yeah, I could see that being a close descendant from that. His at is also porcupine fish.
Porcupine
So I could see that.
fish.
I think there's a lot of fish from Jupiter Thatch.
This is really a complete list. Mad Dads.
Yeah. Alright, you want to see another question?
Yeah, I'm getting some responses too.
Alright, well, let's read those. Also, I just want to really quick mention this. We don't even have to answer this, but it's from Marble Lily on r/animals. Is this a tortoise or a turtle, and how do I take care of it? And it's a picture of a leaf. So.
Well, we'll edit that into the stream when we edit this episode. We'll show the picture.
Yeah, we're gonna edit about 10 or 11 or 20 photos into this.
Yeah, the 20 photos. We're not gonna line them up probably with the way they are in the episode, but we'll put them all on a slideshow. So people are asking me to list the animals I don't believe exist. Because I believe certain animals do not exist. Can anyone prove me wrong? I don't believe in certain animals. I do not house a parasite. They said which animals? I said the Yeti, mouse rays, rock lemurs, pack bats, mad dads, jam sakes, and sand trout. Someone asked again. I said Pluto masks, mubs, Cali weavers, chefs, flish, motavs, crap apples, and cone pears. And then Chaos Panda said, "Can anyone ... almost certainly, just like I could prove Earth." They're using italics a lot. prove Earth was round to a flat earther by spending millions of dollars to launch them into orbit. Will anyone? ... Does anyone actually care if you believe in Demodex mites or not? Enough to drag you in front of a microscope, take a skin scraping, and show you you're wrong? ... Probably less likely.
That's not what we're asking to see. I have no trouble believing in a tiny
A
thing the size of an
Demodex
atom. Yeah.
I'm not fighting with you over Demodex mites, Chaos Panda.
What we should fight over
I'm
is
not-
something like a chimp. I've never seen one.
I'll just say I've never seen a chimp.
I've never seen a chimp jump.
I should have said that. What about the Tooth Fairy, Easter Bunny, and Santa?
They said that?
I'm a Dapper Dan man said that.
Completely made up. Not even animals, really. I guess the Easter Bunny.
I'm being a little bit aggro.
Wait, why is he asking?
Because he said that when I said the Yeti, Mouse Rays, Rock Lemurs, Pack Bats, Mad Bams, Mad Bads, Jam Sakes, and Sand Trout.
We're just trying to think like them. Why are they being so rude?
We're just trying to think like you. What if we post in r/humans? We're just trying to think like you.
Mm-hmm. We're not saying we're not humans. We're just trying to
humans
think
too.
like humans.
We're just trying
Is it easy to think like a human, you
Like-
think?
you. We're not saying we aren't human, ... But we're not saying we're not hosting parasites.
Alright. Do you have any other responses or should we answer another question?
Let's answer another question.
Alright, you ready?
I've got one, but let's answer another question.
So this is on r/world building again. And the user is Daddy1C3.
C3PO.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Gold bot.
What?
Golden bot.
He said that?
No.
Oh,
C3PO.
C3PO. Red
Yeah.
arm though. The Bucky influence goes crazy.
How is overpopulation handled? In your worlds, whenever there's overpopulation, how do the leaders of your world deal with that situation?
Should we try and get Henry on the phone to answer this?
Yeah.
Okay. When there's overpopulation,
Mhm.
well, the obvious answer is culling them.
Yeah.
Culling the population. Like a
Can I read
plague
what
of
they said?
locusts.
Deportation, discrimination of a specific people, race, class, or species. Famines naturally will balance everything and cause refugees max exodus. Overpopulation can also lead to political turmoil as people fight over less and less resources. Genocide.
Genesis. Or yes, genocide.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic
I don't think that was Henry. I think that was just his voicemail thing.
So, this is from Glowiac 2. In Tunisia, there would never be overpopulation as due to communism, there is a constant famine from which millions of people die annually. The water nations can run into some problems like this, but not anytime soon. That's because of several factors. So, because of several factors on Tunisia, the water nations are not going to have overpopulation anytime soon. That's interesting.
So the question didn't matter.
Right, it's kind of like thinking of, is this going to be a problem with my world? Doesn't matter.
I did want to pose the question. Do you think we have any insights onto how animals are faring on other planets? Because when you do that, to talk about animal theory, you do have to kind of pose the question: do you think they're surviving? Because animals are thriving on Earth. Do you think they're thriving on the moons of Jupiter, for example? I'm gonna pass it to you. I want to see what you have to say about that.
Yeah.
Great.
Do you have an answer for Daddy 1C3? How
No.
is, like, on your planet, how would the leaders deal with overpopulation?
This is a very dangerous game you're playing, asking me to talk about my OCs. I think it would be some sort of earworm transmuted disease, through
And again, this isn't how you would deal with it.
no, I know. Like catching music. That would just kill everybody
Cool.
with a parasite in it. Like catching music with a parasite in it, I guess that would just kill everybody.
Yeah.
I'm getting way too many fucking responses.
Can we read them?
I said I'd never seen a chimp to Chaos Panda, and he said, okay, so can I take you to a zoo and show you a chimp? Sure. Will I? No. I'll say,
So you're not even trying to prove it.
I won't say that, I'll say, wow. Swouse. Sip, sip, sip. Just say, lucky me. I can sit it, come and play Peggle. I won't say anything, I guess. A ton of other questions. Oh my god, there's so many answers to all these. Yeti is a mythical creature. The others say for sand trout don't even show up in a Google search, with sand trout having multiple IRL photos of them. The fish, not the monster from Dune.
Is there a limit to how big a fictional setting can be?
Yes. It's only as much as you can imagine.
Is 9 supercontinents, 50 kingdoms, and 12 major villains too much?
What? I'm sorry, what did they say? Has how many too much?
9 supercontinents, 50 kingdoms, and 12 major villains?
Too much? Well, this
Mhm.
doesn't have real world. It doesn't affect they're not gonna do anything, are they? To the
It's
real world.
r/world building. How would this
No.
affect the ecosystem?
Go crazy.
There are 12 kings and 1 emperor in the Western Empire. There are 2 bureaucrats and a lawyer and 1 an accountant in the middle provinces. There's 1 king in the north. He's a tyrant. The 3 eastern lords are basically vampires, and the Southern Republic is a fascist theocracy.
What's a theocracy? Is it like a theater?
It's like a type of sequence or something.
Can I have a spritzel?
Yeah. The Western Empire is ruled by a 100,000-year-old demigod and the 12 undying kings. The Northern
Huh.
Kingdoms are controlled by a mad king. The 3 Eastern Lords are basically vampires.
Oh my god.
No, 50 kingdoms on 1 continent. Humans only live on 4 continents. The other 5 supercontinents are full of alien civilizations, elves, dwarves, etc.
I guess you would have to get pretty deep into relation theory.
And someone said, no limit. I currently have 300 countries on the main planet of my world, and then a few more planets that I need to work on soon. It's really about quantity, which we can kind of get behind that.
Yeah, we can. I wish we could get behind these people.
Yeah.
And walk around behind them.
My 2 leads are on Superman's level of power. I was thinking that when you have 2 characters...
That much? Think about that.
Yeah.
You'd have to write so hard to get him even beyond the power of a normal human.
I know, they're on Superman's level.
How are you...
I was thinking that when you have 2 characters that are overpowered,
oh my god,
you need to put them in a world full of beings that are older and more powerful than they are. Like, so basically, if they're powerful, you need to make it not matter at all.
If you want something to be more powerful, you just have to make it
My leads aren't necessarily the entire focus of the series.
That's what we got on the horn.
Oh.
Hello?
Hey, Trey.
Hey, Trey.
What's up?
We had a question for you.
Yeah, we did have a question we wanted to ask you.
Or a couple questions because we're on the Mavis right now.
I was about to say, am I on the Mavis?
You are
Yeah.
on the Mavus.
Okay.
So this is from we've been doing a lot of. This is an animal episode called Outnumbered by Animals,
Okay.
and so part of that is speculative evolution and stuff like that. So and
Right.
humans are animals too. So and fantasy creatures. So this is on r/world building from Daddy1C3, and his
Okay.
question is, how is overpopulation handled? In your worlds, whenever there's overpopulation, how do the leaders of your world deal with that situation?
The
So-
readers?
The leaders.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So what's your answer for him?
How
Daddy
do the
CP.
leaders of my world deal with overpopulation?
Yeah,
Mhm.
or if you had to help him lead the leaders of his world, how they should do it.
Oh, I have no like. What's his world all about?
Yes, it has 300 countries.
No, that was somebody else. He just
So
he doesn't elaborate at all.
Hmm.
He just wants to know how can he fix this fake problem that is completely made up and it doesn't even exist in the real world.
Yeah. Well, they could build more houses.
They're
They could
saying
try-
their leaders would just kill everybody.
Yeah. They could try to start getting smaller.
oh, like downsizing.
Like take up
Yeah,
less room.
They could get more Earth from other planets, like they do in Dubai.
Oh, I
Oh.
didn't think of that at all. And how do animals come into that? Like great beasts, maybe.
They'd all have to adapt to live underground.
Oh.
Oh, I was thinking more like, would they have great beasts hauling, like,
Like space beasts,
materials?
like in space.
Sure.
Yeah. Have you guys ever seen Alien?
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
well, actually, this is relevant to what we're talking about. Have you guys seen Prey?
No.
The
Have you seen
Predators movie?
Yeah, have you seen the original? Yeah, have you seen the original Predators movie?
We just watched it like less than a week ago.
Oh, well, I haven't seen it, but so in Prey, I just realized I'm on my talking. I don't know if my neighbor can hear me. It's like about like Native Americans who encounter it's about a Native American or a predator that. It's about Native Americans who find a predator.
It's about
In
a
their
Native
area.
American predator.
Yeah, and what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, but like so she cuts its head off, and so at the end there's like one Native American village that just has a predator head. It's like can you imagine being like a settler. just like one tribe has a predator head. And then also, there's like a food chain. Did I tell you guys there's like a food chain sequence where it's like a predator eats a snake that ate a mouse that ate an ant?
Whoa.
So the thing above a snake is a predator?
Yeah, and the thing below a mouse is an ant.
And what's
Yeah.
below an ant?
An
Huh?
uncle?
Because it seems like it would be something as small as an atom, but we've been finding out that brain-eating amoeba can control even a human to do things. Or
Yeah.
a pit bull.
But when you talk about predators and aliens, they're not really animals. Like humans, predators, and aliens are. Well, we've been doing like class theory kind of. So
Class, yeah.
you know class because you went to school, right?
Yeah, with teachers and apples.
Oh my god, I love apples. But
Yeah, but this isn't food to table.
no, that's for another
farm to
episode. And if you behave, you can be on that one too. But we were there's kind of tons of different categories, but one of them's is classes. So there's predators, aliens, and humans are the only things that are non-animals in the entire universe. That are organisms and plants. Oh, predators, aliens, humans, plants, and is there anything else?
Snake or no?
Avians.
No.
What about like algae and rock grow like lichen?
Oh
and
yeah, we have a lot of mold,
germs.
germs. Yeah, I mean we have brain eating
Germs aren't
amoeba.
alive.
I think like a mushroom. It's like a plasma.
That's a plant.
It's a pulp.
Okay.
What?
What
What?
did you say?
It's a plant.
Oh no, it's not. It's like brown.
That doesn't mean it's a plant.
Name one brown plant. You can't say mushroom.
Mushrooms. Easy. Next, oak and brown
Oak trees.
clamps. Broke clamps.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, yeah,
Old branch.
yeah. That's
Okay, can we ask
Old
you,
branch.
can we ask you another question that we were ruminating on earlier?
What is
Yeah.
God?
Wait, first, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Not to think of one. What? How many minutes? How many minutes into the Mavus are we right now?
I'm not sure. Couple hours, I think.
I
Sweet.
think it's like 3.5 hours in.
Awesome. Wait. I beat Millennia. Sorry, that's not related. I
Is
forgot
that
That's-
an
Mavus
animal?
for a second.
Just bring it
Yeah,
around
it's
with
an
it.
animal that I found it on my porch and I beat it.
Oh my
It
god.
was like on the balcony. It was in the corner.
Do you know the 12 laws of animal safety? Number 1.
Don't beat it.
Well, no.
Beating
Number 1 is diapers.
it.
Use diapers. Number 2 is don't idolize them.
Right. Don't put them on a pedestal. Yeah.
Yeah. Number 3 is fang dulling. So if you're dealing with an animal with fangs, make sure to feed them sand to dull their fangs. Number 4 is try not to breed them. Number 5 is keep them off of you. 6 is beware of animals that speak. And 7 is don't approach animals wearing masks. 8,
Okay.
8 is don't get lost. Charlie wrote this. I don't really know. 9 is dumpy last. Dumpy last. 10 is no laziness. 11 is no coins. And 12 is animals as penis.
Okay. Okay. Wait. Was the question just did I know that?
Oh, that's just the
Yeah, I
rule.
guess so.
But we
This
have a
is-
question.
Oh, number 13, animals are coins.
We have a question.
Okay.
This is about human behavior.
Okay.
Is it normal to from a bond with a kid of a mother you were dating so quickly? I started dating again. A few people I've been seeing are single mothers. Fortunately, with one who I liked.
A few of them.
Yeah.
Is it wrong to form a bond with a few of the kids?
Unfortunately, with one who I liked and had been seeing for a few months, as well as spending a lot of time with her son and taking him out and fishing, swimming and fishing, etc., has ended things with me. I feel broken, not because I'm missing her, but missing time hanging with the little man. I really enjoyed being a male role model and got the best high of my life seeing his face light up when he got fish. Is there something wrong?
He had the best high of his life.
Yeah, and he's asking if there's something wrong with him.
We said there was. Well, I shouldn't have said that because I want you to. But we did say that his solution was that he should be getting high off his girlfriend and not off his girlfriend's kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't. Because I mean, imagine having to tell her that you got the biggest high in your life off her son.
But we were thinking maybe she just has a wonderful son. Like maybe we're hating
That's
on him, and
true.
if we met him, imagine you meet him and you immediately feel like you're
Yeah.
floating.
Yeah, like he's Sunny Soljic or something.
Yeah.
You
What
can't
kid?
covet. You can't covet a son, no.
You can cover your son.
Wait, also,
Yeah.
this is from r/fishing. Is fishing with live bait cheating?
Wait, sorry, I was not paying attention. What was the question?
Is fishing with live bait cheating?
No.
Okay.
What's the next question?
What is Max's last name?
Max. Vestrepio?
Switchblade.
Max Switchblade?
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. I'm gonna send
That's
you
a
a...
different Max. I was thinking of a different Max.
What is that?
The different Max?
Yeah.
This is a guy I know.
Vex Vespaccio?
Vestrepio? Vestrepio. Stretch.
Stretchio?
Yeah, Stretchio Max.
Where would you land the Mavis if you were trying to study any animal in the world?
Where would I land it?
Yeah.
I like that. So the Mavis is a spaceship.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What's it look like?
We're still working on a physical representation
Okay. Where would I land the Mavis? Is it waterproof?
of it. Yeah, but it doesn't land on water.
Could you land on the bottom of the ocean?
Um,
Wait, hold on.
no.
Are you guys texting me a lot?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's you guys. Okay. Yeah, could you land the Mavis on the bottom of the ocean?
No.
Because if there's any speed, well, why not?
Because it's not a submersible spacecraft.
It's not submersible. Okay, so what if it was? What if does it have a force field? You could do a force field or an air shield. Or you could.
It's mostly
put,
just
like, a
for
giant-
adventure
okay,
and
wait.
discovery.
You could. I thought of this from Minecraft. You could put a giant stone column in the ocean that goes all the way down to the bottom, and then hollow out the inside of the column, and you'd be and you can land the Mavis down there.
But water displacement would probably get you arrested.
That's true. Yeah, everybody's beach houses would flood.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
my god.
Okay, this is on No Stupid Questions from
Okay.
user unemployable. How much anal queefing is normal? I hooked up with a friend of this weekend. First time with this guy, all pretty standard stuff, nothing crazy.
But then
Some
you started anally queefing.
after we
Is that just a fart?
after we finished,
This guy started anally queefing.
he goes to the bathroom and I hear the loudest fart. He comes out a few minutes later, clearly embarrassed, and tells me it wasn't a fart. It was anal queefing.
he just comes out of the bathroom. He's like, that wasn't a fart.
I was skeptical really just because of how loud it was, but I have run into a quieter version of this scenario where you hear a little air slip out, but this was next level. Then it just kept happening.
He
What?
like hooked up with this guy, and the guy just like separately from that is in the bathroom farting. And he's like concerned about it.
I guess. And then it just kept happening. It seemed like
He's in the bathroom anally queefing.
it seemed like every time he shifted his weight, more air came out and loudly. This was every few minutes. The guy sounded like we pumped him full of air like a balloon. Our mutual friend asked how our night was when we texted the following day.
Whoa.
I just said it was good and would give details when we met up. I'm pretty sure
You heard the anal queefing?
before I talk with my friend about this whole situation, I gotta know, is this normal? If it is, how have I never run into this situation before?
Wait, so the guy farted a lot, not even when they were having sex, just like
Afterwards, for really every time he shifted his weight.
for like a long time, for like hours.
I guess so. The whole night.
And he decided that this was anal queefing.
Yeah.
Okay, what was the question?
They said,
Is it normal?
is it normal and how have I not run into this situation before?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'd have to imagine that's normal.
They also said,
He could have just been pooping in the bathroom, right?
yeah, but then afterwards he said, no, it was an anal queef, and then every time he moved, he did it.
Oh, I missed that. He's just like, he came out of the bathroom, he's like embarrassed about the noise he made. He walked out, he's like, don't worry, that was an anal queef.
Yeah. And then they also said when they replied to
So this
someone,
is the
He came
animals
out of like a
episode.
public bathroom, and so he's like waiting outside, he's like, nobody
So this is our episode about animals.
Humans are animals. We established it.
No,
And
they're
they
not.
said
That's like saying that predators, aliens, are plants or animals.
they also said in a comment, I'm not accusing anyone of anything. Just want to know if anyone has experienced this.
How old is this conversation?
Like 70 days. And someone just said totally normal.
Isn't this weird to think about that about like 2-ish months ago, like 2.5 months ago, we were sitting somewhere and that person was anally queefing somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
We were probably playing Elden Ring or something.
Yeah.
Where do you think you were?
I don't know.
Yeah. I was probably at my house.
I don't think I would have been at your house.
What
I should
would
get back inside. I forgot. I was in the middle of something. What was I gonna say? Something about the Mavus. Oh, this is actually un-Mavus related, so off the record. I'll see you guys in like 10 days or something.
Let's go.
10 days. It's in like 6 days.
Woo!
It's 6
Okay.
days. It says.
Wait, can we
we
ask
had a
one
question.
more?
We had a question.
Yeah.
It says, West Lothiana was a small terrestrial. Okay. West Lothiana was a small terrestrial alienal whose remains have been found at East Kingdom in the West Lothian alien of Scotland. It had
Right.
an iguanated body with very but short limbs.
Is it talking about the Loch Ness monster?
No, it's talking about the West Lothania.
Kind of looks like an alligator.
Oh. It was
So
spotted in the east-west... Wait, it was the East Kingdom of Scotland?
the East Kirkton in the West Lothian area of Scotland. So
Where's in Scotland where the
Loch Ness monster was
Bigfoot?
Bigfoot? No, that was in North America. The Guangdong
You
tigers.
guys hear that?
Was that?
So
What?
crazy.
What are you saying? Alright, well, I don't know what you're doing.
Okay, I do actually have to go.
Alright.
Thanks for appearing on the Mavis. We'll credit you.
Yeah. Let me know next time the Mavus is happening. If you need me to weigh in on anything.
Okay.
Cool, man.
Okay, well, what scene is your favorite in Pirates of the Caribbean?
I like the scene where, I can't think of
Governor
a single
Swan's
scene.
mansion, the destruction of the candlestick.
Oh yeah, I like that. I like the I really like the part in Singapore.
Oh yeah, where she pulls all of the weapons out of her clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They copied that in Wednesday.
Okay, this is a question.
Wait, on Wednesday?
Yeah,
Sorry, this is from r/animal behavior.
they just filmed that again
Wait,
on
actually,
Wednesday.
I have to go, but my
Alright.
favorite part of the Caribbean scene is the one where Davy Jones tries to walk through the middle of the ship's wheel and they start spinning him around.
Oh yeah, so you can go first.
How wolves react to light. Hello, I'm just curious how wolves react to bright light or a specific wavelength of light.
Yeah, how do they react?
It usually is fine.
Okay, so
Okay, well, oh no.
My granny's
The modern-
story about their
both modern
nighttime
lineages of
encounter
whales,
against
the
wolves. She was walking
Mysticetes
home
or
from
baleen
school when she
whales and the Odontocetes, the
spotted a
toothed
pack of
whales,
wolves surrounding her.
existed
And
at the start of the Neogene. Started just walking towards her. He hung up.
Huh.
He didn't even keep the call on, he just hung up.
Oh, this person has
Just
a
hung
podcast.
up.
I think we
hung,
really
hung,
need to
hung,
get an
hung, hung.
interview with somebody.
I really think we need to have Mark on.
That'd be amazing.
We need to make our mark.
Mother monkey eats mummified baby.
963.4 minutes.
What?
196.64.2 minutes for 45 keep over 4/4 C major.
Are there any animals who can draw?
So we haven't really gotten any more responses. Yeah, and chimps can draw quite easily. I told this person I blew on them and they floated away down the corridor, and they said that's what usually happens when I get blown.
Huh?
Let's see what else. This person says important highway says, "Sigh, every single one of this person's posts is a troll, apart from ones involving dressing up as Elden Ring characters. No insanity, just what passes for humor in kids these days." And I said, "You are a ghost." Trolls are animals. I'll also say that.
It's what passes for humor. It's not humor, it's just...
Someone said, "Who's eating whose brain? Are you eating your pit bull's brain, or is the fish eating the pit bull's brain?" I said, "The parasite is eating my brain, and I'm trying to eat your brain."
And nobody's eating the pit bull's brain.
So I said, "I'm trying not to eat your brain."
I'm trying not to.
I named a ton of animals, and this guy said, "Yeti is a mythical creature. The others, say for sand trout, don't even show up in a Google search." With
So he was
trout
searching all of our animals.
He searched all of them. Well, it's because he searched them all. He copy and pasted the whole blurb. You have to search them separate. They said they don't even show up in a Google search, but sand trout do. And I said, "So you agree they all don't exist, aside from sand trout the fish?" "Yes, but because they aren't animals to begin with, but fictional creatures." And I said, "Right," because I agree with him. Okay, this other person is talking about bunnies. I'm losing karma.
I agree with this, or we could agree with this person. Recreational fishing is animal cruelty. And watching animes at 4 times speed isn't that bad.
Animals?
Okay, this person says...
Are animals a good part of anime?
Yeah.
An important part of anime?
This is on r slash the 10th dentist.
Oh, I like that one. I like that subreddit.
They said, "I don't like any animals except humans." There's a famous scene in The Simpsons where Monty Burns elucidates how animals in nature have all tried to kill us off for millions of years, and how we owe it to them to spare them beyond their need to serve us.
This?
He elucidates this.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Make something clear. I've always really agree with this diatribe. There's another less well-known scene in a Werner Herzog documentary where he mocks the romanticization of nature, and that hit even harder than the Monty Burns scene.
So someone's hitting him?
Every animal wants you dead. Every animal. But
Wants
somehow, we're supposed to show grace to animals who would eviscerate us if it went an extra day without food. Sometimes look at a squirrel in my yard and think how it's scared shitless anytime it has to run through an open field, and I just think, fuck these anti-zoo activists. Honestly, fuck animals and fuck anyone who tells me to show humanity towards them.
Okay. So he just kind of hates everybody. Wants to cover them.
Every animal wants you dead. It is so hard to live just knowing that there's animals even nearby.
Yeah, and they all want you dead.
They make life so difficult. Because they have such an advantage on us, too.
And they're captains of their own realm.
Yeah, we're just living in the animals' world.
Uh-huh.
It's like, and he can't go in his yard without seeing a squirrel.
And that's an animal. To him, that's an animal, which is important to accept that. Bugs are animals.
Yeah. He didn't elaborate at all. And now there's a ton of people just responding to him with paragraphs and paragraphs and arguing with each other. Oh, do you hear that? The night swamp. Having pets is stupid.
Keep reading this guy's things over the night swamp music.
I'm not sociopathic. I don't like Asian media. The animals lack attributes trope gets on my nerves.
He doesn't like Asian media?
So basically, I'm a bit sick of the trope where in illustrations, animation, and even some live action, certain body parts such as the genitals, anus, udders, and even gluteal clefts are omitted. Because we are exposed to an animal's naughty bits in real life and in live action, it is quite redundant to omit them. Please do not mistake my opinion for I want to see animal genitals. It's not that I like seeing them for whatever deprived reason. It's rather that I don't like this ridiculous censorship.
He definitely likes seeing them.
He said it's not.
Oh, I'll just blindly agree with whatever he says, even though he's probably killing it at someone tonight.
Well, that's what he thinks. If you had to hang out with one animal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
And I do want Mavus listeners to comment on this. So all you Mavus fans out there, if you're at like the 4.5 hour mark or whatever it is right now, I want you to comment the timestamp you're at and the answer to this question, and do that with other questions we ask. And people who do that will be rewarded with a like on their comment, because viewership is dwindling, and that's not something we're happy with you guys about. But if I had to hang out with any animal for the rest of my life, Komodo dragon.
Yeah.
What about you? The Cornwall
worm.
beast. Sorry, what?
A worm.
Really?
Alright. You have anything else to say?
Do you believe in Yetis?
I realized that no scientist has seen one. But I don't think that really...
You know what scientists also haven't seen?
What?
A naked woman. Because they're all too wrapped up in their work.
Yeah, man. Alright, can I ask you something?
Yes?
In September 2015, I dreamt Donald Trump would become president.
You did?
No, this is from Calm Kaleidoscope.
Oh, I
This
like
was
that
at a
name.
time when people simply did not see this as happening. Then, in 2021, I had a vivid dream that Joe Biden would fail as president, just be in for one term. As a Biden supporter then, the dream made me shudder. But guess what happened since? I also dreamed Andrew Cuomo would become governor of New York, where I live, 8 years before he did. Any of you here have similar experiences?
I have this.
Have you ever predicted something like that about animals?
Okay, well, I had a similar dream. It says I'm not really a spiritual person, but last night I had a dream I was at my grandma's house, for some reason, living there short term, and then I was told by something I needed to leave because I was being watched. The spirit wasn't actually talking, but I could hear it in my head and feel it around me. The next place I end up is in Jerusalem, in front of big historical buildings, holding this gold figure with Hebrew writing on it I could understand. I don't know how to read Hebrew, but I understood it. It had part of the Torah written on it, like the first sentence, and some other writings that I couldn't remember. There were figures of people on it with arches over them, and I felt safe holding it. I felt guided by something that I couldn't see to leave this building I was standing in front. The spirit told me to find my partner. It was giving me a description of the them. It guided me to a river where I saw buildings or homes on the other side, and this spirit or ghost bluish grayish gray glow around it was wanting me to follow it to cross the river, like I urgently needed to cross. I woke up before I was able to get close to crossing. I am not religious by any means, but I did find out a couple years ago that my real grandfather was Jewish. So maybe it's just a weird dream about that, or maybe it means nothing. I had ChatGPT make a picture of what I saw. What does this mean? Has anyone seen this figure, or had something similar happen in a dream?
My dog ate 2 headphones in the span of 3 days. How do I confront him about it? So I left my dog for an hour. I come back and shit is on the carpet. My headset was on the ground in pieces, as well as a yoga mat and a spatula from the kitchen. He knows what he did, obviously, and he's sitting on the couch sad. I feel bad for him, but I'm just as angry as he is sad. I let him sleep in my bed usually, but I don't want him here tonight. Should I talk to him? I feel like he understands what I say when I speak. He just doesn't listen.
Jeez. Okay, well.
Thank you guys for listening.
We really appreciate the subscribers lately.
We want to end with any other thoughts on animals?
I'd like to end this one riding an animal.
Well, animals are crazy, y'all. Whether they're food, friend, or foe.
Most of them are food.
One
Or
thing's for
foes.
sure. Most of them are on 4 legs, not 2.
And ghosts aren't animals. Ghosts aren't
We
animals.
still don't know if animals
Ghosts
can be
aren't
humans,
animals.
or if ghosts can be humans, or if any paranormal experience has ever happened.
But we'll be discussing that, and we do want to give you a sneak peek at some other episodes we've got coming. One that people have been requesting a lot.
Yeah, we know this one took a while.
Yeah, this
Trust
one
me.
did take a while. It's been a couple months actually, but we know people have been waiting with bated breath for Dreams After Death, Ruminations on AI, The Cabinet of Mysteries, Similar Fates, Farm to Table, How They Make Us Our Food, The Face Tree, Are We Going Crazy, Cryptids, Mysteries of History,
The
And more.
Mavonic Plague.
The Mavonic Plague, that's right, and more. And Stories from Hell,
And I just want to read,
and the Jewish life.
yeah, and I just want to read our description of the Mavis because I think it really gives you a good idea of what we're about and why this episode covered so much ground. The Mavis is a podcast about history, science, biology, philosophy, pop culture, names, sex ed, animals, and a whole lot more. We hope you enjoy. So, thank you guys, and we hope you had a good time listening. If you just want to hit that like button, subscribe, share it, that would be great. And, well, thanks. Bye. Say bye.
Bye, y'all.
Alright, can you turn that off?
I can slow it down. I don't know if I can turn it off.
Can you make it so slow that it's off?
No.
Can't you just
wait for it
leave?
to-
What is this, a video?
I can just wait for it to end. It's only like a 4-minute one. There's 2.
You just slowed it all the way down.
Seconds. Well, if I sped it up and you didn't like that either.
Alright.
Could you just end the episode and then at least they don't have to wait for it to end?
I don't know. I thought it ended as soon as the sound effect ended.
The sound effect?
Whatever, I don't know what this is. Whatever you're playing. It's a view of a kitchen.
It's a YouTube video.
So just exit the video.
I can just wait for it to end. It's almost over, look.
Alright. Thank you guys.
Start it over, I guess.
Okay, I had to sign off unexpectedly last time, so I wanted to leave a departing message to the viewers of the Mavus. So if you could play this on the episode if it's still going, and if it's not still going, if you could just edit this in at the end. I just wanted to say thanks everybody for supporting the Mavus. I'd like to just thank our sponsor, Chobani Yogurt, for sponsoring the Mavus and paying for us to make it. I was involved a lot in the planning of this episode, and most of it was my idea. But Finn and Charlie have been great at doing their part, and...
By the way, that is not true. He's nothing more than a guest. But...
I hope you guys enjoy what we have made for you tonight.
We made it.
We made it. He was featured on the episode, but depending on how the rest of this message goes, he may not be in the end.
Oh wait, this is at the end. I hope you guys enjoyed what we just made for you tonight.
He's talking about me and Charlie.
And I want you all to stay safe, stay hydrated, wear a seatbelt, wear a you-know-what when you're, stay away from drugs and alcohol.
I think a jetpack when you're skydiving, or a parachute when you're skydiving.
Stay in school. Stay cool. Drive safe. Oh, I said that already. And so, as you know, the theme of tonight's episode, I want you to play this whole message in its entirety, not edit it at all. As you know, the theme of tonight's episode was animals, so I'd like to thank some of the animals in my life. Skokie, who's here with me tonight, is my cat. I've had her for 7 years. She kind of pulls the string. She's behind the curtain at the Mavus.
That's not true, but
So that was the whole message?
so he won't be featured again.
Yeah, really just a completely useless message, but I don't know.
We'll have to.
Alright,
something
but
about
the
him.
next one is going to be really interesting. I think you guys are going to like it. If you like let's just say, if you like the paranormal parts of this one.
What's the next one? I don't know which one the next one is.